welcome back. Season 2, episode 10. 10. That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gone by really fast. Today, we are here with George Whitney from our local pickleball community. Super excited to have you here. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah.
Of course.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're excited. It's going to be a fun conversation, I think.
It's going to be an awesome one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
George and I are going to be fighting for who speaks the most.
I'm just here to listen. Give you some input about life if you want it.
That's my job. Just here to listen.
Rob's a listener, George. You got to talk.
I take the beating and I listen.
No, you are making me feel so bad. Am I that
That's the
bad?
point.
Am I? Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Am I a big asshole?
No.
We can talk about it off air. If you
No,
like.
I love it.
Okay.
Bring it.
Well, fine. You're a masochist. It's not my problem then. All right. Let's get into highs and lows.
Okay.
You're up.
Yep. So I injured my shoulder, 2 weeks ago, and I'm still having issues with it. It was actually that night we played in a tournament.
When I beat you?
Yeah, when you whooped our ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Zach had that awesome tweener kitchen drop.
Yeah.
It was
Is that
freaking
when that
immaculate.
happened? He did.
No, it was beforehand. It was
No,
actually the first overhead slam of the first game to where my shoulder
on our 2 out of 3 or after during the tournament?
During the tournament. So I
that
played the
sucks.
rest of the tournament with a bad shoulder.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it did suck. Obviously it didn't slow me down, but I was hoping taking 2 weeks off would revitalize it and bring it back, to where no.
That sucks.
Yeah. So I have a hard time pushing out, pulling in, and I get pain in my shoulder. So whatever.
My dad has to meet with a shoulder surgeon tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
I wonder if you guys are going to be twinsies.
Probably. I mean.
You said 43?
Yeah.
That's how old he is.
Yeah. Your dad?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's a low. I mean,
Yeah,
it
that's a
sucks
huge
because
low.
I think it's going to really impact my pickleball. I mean, it already has. I haven't played in 2 weeks, and that sucks. It really does suck.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start lifting it again since the weather's nice. So I'm not going to be able to get back up to lifting or benching because I wanted to get up to 230 this year because I maxed out at 210, which is not much, I know, but I always see if I can bench more than my body weight, then I'm good. So
That's great.
Is that the goal?
That's my goal.
Oh, okay. I was like, I wonder what I'm supposed to be lifting.
How we know what you're not. Okay.
Okay.
So my high would be, I went to a concert on Easter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to name the bands because it's probably not appropriate for people who listen.
It's definitely not appropriate for anyone who's Christian.
Well, the one band was Crowbar, so that's appropriate.
Okay.
The other one, not so much.
Okay.
But it was a lot of fun. I went with some friends that I haven't seen in quite a while.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, no, it was a great time.
Yeah.
So,
Where was it at?
it was at Ace's High Saloon.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
it looked like
South
a
of
small
Salt Lake.
venue.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
It was
okay.
pretty much a small little bar,
Yeah.
which was the best because being
So
up
fun.
close and intimate with the band is what I love.
Because you're a groupie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I didn't throw any fists or anything like that. I just stayed in the back and, headbang and stuff like that.
I don't think that's ever a sentence I have to say when I'm like, I went to go see Morgan Wallen, guys, and I didn't throw any
threw
fists.
down.
Yeah. Backstreet Boys. Watch out. Actually, those things are happening at those concerts. I don't even know why I'm talking shit
I'm
like
sure
that.
there's,
But it's not like
crowd
something
surfing
people
and all
are
that stuff.
going to do, right? Like, I'm not like, I'm going to Backstreet Boys and I'm going to get...
Well, I thought mosh pitting was just a metal thing, but now they do it in rap concerts and all that stuff.
Do they?
EDM, yeah. Because one of my other friends, he's big into EDM, and he's like, dude, there's mosh pits all the time. I'm like,
I would assume at EDM, people are just all over each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, are they just hugging in these mosh pits?
Yeah. They're on top of each other's
I
shoulders.
think it's probably more slam dancing than it is
Yeah, like a
throwing
metal
kicks
one
and stuff. Yeah.
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 But-
I feel like it's a little different because you're throwing shoulders in
No,
like a
we're
mosh
fists
pit.
and kicks and windmills and
Yeah. I've seen some of those
I
highlights.
would like
and
you
just
to
watch people go down.
demonstrate
Dude, yeah.
a windmill. I would like you to demonstrate a windmill.
I'm too old. My back,
His shoulder hurts.
Oh, yeah.
my shoulder.
It doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
the
get Zach on here. He's still young and sprightly. So
key component to a windmill is your shoulders.
Yeah.
So. Well, that
But
sounds
yeah.
fun.
yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Any other highs and lows?
No, that's
All right.
about it.
Yeah. Just seem really somber today.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you took today off and you had a
Well,
good,
no, I
busy
actually
day?
worked from home.
Oh, I did that today.
But it was a slow work day. So
That's nice.
yeah.
What do you do for work?
I'm a project technical manager.
He loves it. It's his favorite job.
Yeah, a government contractor for the ICBM maintaining.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what does that entail?
I
For
take
people who don't know.
I take notes.
Okay.
And I provide them to the government.
He's a note taker.
And then if they have any technical advice that they need, then I can give that, because ICBMs is what I did in the Air Force, which is intercontinental ballistic missiles, weapons of mass destruction. So
dun dun dun.
Yeah, dun dun. Dun. World enders, kind of a thing.
That's awesome.
So yeah, any piece of equipment or technical field advice that they need, then I can provide that information. But primarily, what I do is I'm a glorified note taker.
Okay.
Yep, and I manage some calendars and make sure deliverables are going to be delivered on time and things like that.
Oh, nice. Okay.
For the government,
it's pretty boring. I'm more of a hands-on or
you get paid
a personnel
for a boring job.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
that's great.
But I sent you a job.
I know you did. I know.
Anyway,
not ready to leave the government yet again.
No, and your reason makes sense. So
I'm just ready to leave the IRS, which I think might be the first time I've actually mentioned the agency that I work for. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that's where I work, guys.
I'll clip that. All right.
Me.
Highs and lows.
So my highs, I went fishing on Sunday.
Yeah.
Really just serene, wanted to get out, went with one of my buddies, and we went up to the Weber and just caught an absolute unit of a brown trout.
Oh,
nice.
What is that? Is that like 20 pounds? I don't know.
So probably above 12 inches. You're probably pushing 14, 16.
Yeah. So it was about 21 inches.
Too many innuendos.
Oh my God.
Here.
Yeah. I've never seen a brown trout that big.
It was, hold on.
Holy crap.
Let me show you. It's not 20 pounds.
Like it's smaller than that?
Yeah.
Okay.
If something's 20 pounds in the Weber, it's probably like a river rat or a beaver.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, dude. I mean, look at that thing.
Oh yeah, dude. That's massive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So,
congrats.
Yeah, a really big high for me.
Let me ask, did you smile that big when you held your baby?
Oh, when I first held George?
Yeah.
Oh, there's nothing that compares to that.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
But did you smile?
It was more like, holy shit. Like, what am I going to do?
Right.
And then it was like, okay.
Okay. He's real.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. I just always laugh because I'm like, men are always just shining from ear to ear holding a fucking fish. And I'm like, did you smile like that with your baby?
There's a lot of Instagram reels of women, mocking men that do that stuff that I've seen. Yeah.
Or like it's a family get together and guys are like, fuck.
Right.
Yeah. And then it's like out with the boys.
I've had a couple people send me a reel where women are holding their sourdough like men are holding their fish. Like, you should recreate this. And I'm like, I've seen so many people recreate it. I don't want to do it now, but it's hilarious.
It is pretty
Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to veer off, but you went fishing, serene.
Yeah.
Big fish.
Caught a monster.
Unit.
Caught a monster. Yeah.
A unit
of a fish.
That's how I'm going to use measurements now.
Units?
1 unit. What does that equal? A big brown trout.
Yeah, huge. Yeah, I mean, that would be my high, my ultimate high. My low was really weird, I like things at home are kind of, they're a little bit rocky right now with, having the new baby and stuff. Yeah. So it's just, we have different opinions. Mm-hmm. And, when 5 o'clock in the morning rolls around and you both are just, have been up for a while, you're tired, baby's crying, you got to get him back down. And so I would say like my ultimate low right now, and it's just almost like a trend, kind of, every week's kind of the same.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get better at it, but definitely my patience. Usually I'm not a very patient person. If I see something that's incompetent or like I feel like I could do it better, I immediately will just, I'll do it. Don't worry about it. Like, I've got it.
Yeah.
In a positive or negative way?
In a super negative way.
Yeah. You sound like a lot of fun to be married to.
Thank you. How many do you have?
I have 2.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that you made them both work. Okay. Are you still married or no? No, you're not. Okay. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Sorry.
But no, it's
getting hot in here.
Yeah. It's just one of those things, you know,
Yeah.
like, I mean, at the end of the day, we kind of come together and we talk about it. And it's just, you know, it is frustrating for me on a personal level because it's just every week. You know, and I'm just like, man, like, I can't.
It's like you're in survival mode for those first months.
Well, I was just going to say, George G4, is that what we call him?
Yeah, G4.
He's not
G4.
even 6 months old. Like, you guys are still navigating, like, your whole new life, right?
Yeah.
How to be parents. This is your first child. How to be married while being parents. How to also still figure out being married. Like, being married is hard. And the world is shitty right now. So, like, navigating all those things, like, give yourself some grace, I think, right? But
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's tough. But the way you look at it is it's all worth it. Right?
Yeah.
100%. Because one, you're growing as a person. Hopefully you're growing with your partner to become closer. And then two, you're developing this child who is just going to kick ass in the world.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah, it's just stressful right now,
Yeah.
you know, and, you know, you definitely want the best for that kid. And then, you know, when you're trying to speak English and he's speaking Chumbawamba, you're like, God, like, you are not getting it. I am trying to feed you. I know you're hungry.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just, you know, I love him.
Yeah.
Like, and so it's hard to see, you know, him cry or, you know, like just not get it yet. So, yeah.
is he pretty good, baby?
Oh, he's a phenomenal baby.
Okay.
Like he doesn't
have like colic or anything like
No.
you guys haven't had to experience or deal with that.
Yeah, nothing like that. I mean,
That's
he'll go to bed. So We'll put him down around 7:30 or 8. He'll sleep till 5 o'clock in the morning. And sometimes like I'll rewrap him because however he gets out of this swaddle is beyond me.
Yeah.
I mean, I put my knee on him and I'm like, all right, you're not getting out of that. And 5 minutes later, you're here.
Like a suitcase. Oh my God.
I'm like, okay, he's out. But yeah,
That is so funny. It's like, fuck you, Dad.
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's like, come back, please.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a very good boy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he cries rarely now. He's going on 4 months, super healthy.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, he's just absolutely growing super fast.
Yeah.
I mean, 25 inches in 3 months and, you know, weighing over 15 pounds. So when I'm carrying him, well, when you were talking about your shoulder problem, I was like, that's going to be me.
Yep.
Like, because I mean, I constantly hold him like this, and then I start bending down, and I'm like, oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
Wait until they're like 1 or 2, and then they want to, you know, you just want to chill them on the hip, and then you're always constantly bent onto the side. It's rough.
Yeah, I might have to get mine a leash. I think that's the way to go.
I was just going to say, Stevie works really well on a leash.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
got
like,
him.
I don't understand anything you guys are talking about, but cool. Being a dog mom is rough.
Well,
Get it?
I thought this was a fun podcast.
And you're right.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely been a blessing.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, you're right. There needs to be some grace. At the same time, like I'm the person that like, if it keeps happening,
Yeah.
you know, you got to do something about it. There's no freaking grace. Like it's time to just get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been thinking about that, and you know, no excuses, right? Like I mean, because I feel like when I start acting like that, you know, I can only imagine how my partner feels, and it's just like, you know, that's not us. Like we usually don't do that.
Yeah.
So things at home, a little rocky,
Right.
but we'll make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
100%.
sure. I'm sure. It's just a whole new learning thing, right? And lack of sleep.
Yeah.
And then you're stressed. Like, I'm sure I don't want to like put all these other things like, oh, what you should be stressed about, but you know what I mean in your head. I'm sure you have your own stressors, and so navigating your own emotions and your own feelings, and her doing the same.
Yeah.
And then also trying to navigate each other's emotions because you're different people now that you have a child.
Yep.
You're having to relearn that part about you. I can only imagine. And this is me just spitting a bunch of bullshit because I've never had children.
Well,
So
It's not bullshit.
it's what I
Yeah.
imagine.
yeah, that's
right?
exactly what it is. Yeah.
Because I'm emotionally intelligent. Let's go.
I'm just gonna leave it there.
Yeah.
No, that's a
Yeah.
good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Those were. All right. Is it my turn?
It is.
Okay. Well, I did get my new car,
You
and
did.
I drove it around like a 16-year-old boy all over the weekend. I was like, where can I drive now? Where can I drive now? Where can I drive now? It's so fun. I can like speed past people without like going through a tank of gas, which is really, really nice.
In a quick hurry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I'm like, nice. See you guys later.
Yeah.
My dust. It's been a lot of fun. So that was fun. My low was actually, I've had a terrible day. A friend / coworker of mine died last night. And Holy so, fuck. Yeah, he's been going through leukemia for the last year. And he had like a bone marrow transplant and had been doing really well. And then his cancer came back in January. And for the last month has been really rough. And I mean, he's been like a good friend of mine. I met him 20 years ago. We worked on base together, and then we lived in England at the same time together. Wow. His family would have us over for Sunday dinners in England, and then when they moved back to the States, we actually moved into their house in England, and he worked at the IRS with me. So it's been a really rough day, a lot of crying, a lot of good memories, and sharing with coworkers and things. But yeah, just really heartbreaking because he he left behind like 4 children, a young wife, and just really shitty.
Yeah.
Life isn't fair, right? Like the good ones go too soon, and then you've got like shitty people just walking around.
I'm sorry to hear
that. It's
just
that's rough.
That's tough.
So that was so really crappy, but it is what it is, I guess. But,
yeah, it's always weird when you lose somebody like that. I've lost a lot of friends, and it's just, there's always just that kind of like hole in you. Like, you lose a parent, that's a hole. You lose a friend, that's a different hole. And just, the cool part about it, right before my grandmother died, she told me like, you never own the people, but you'll just always own the memories.
Yeah.
So that's like the coolest part of like, just kind of always thinking about them.
Building relationships. Yeah. That's actually really...
I mean, that's what I tell my son. I was like, life is about making memories. Because I won't be known beyond my memory.
Right.
So, so let's make some good ones.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, people make fun of me because I take a lot of pictures, and Dave used to make so much fun. He's like, memories. Like, he would always just say that because I'm like, I want to remember this. I want to memories. So when he just said that, I was like, I got a little triggered for a second, but I'm back.
This piece of shit.
I'm back, guys.
Was Dave 1 or 2?
2.
Okay. I want to keep him clear. Sorry.
I love having you on this.
I know you do. That'll be my last time. Thanks.
No, it's good. It's fine. Dave was number 2. I've been divorced for almost 3 years. It's crazy to think about. I'm like,
it's still fresh though.
Single for almost 3 years. It is still fresh because different things happen in your life.
Yeah.
And then you're remembered by things or triggered by things.
It took about 5 years for me to. I would say majority of you get it over, but the prolonged child custody issue that I had kept refreshing the wound and stuff like that.
I will say I did talk in therapy about him the first time last week in a really, really long time, because I would say that I probably grieved the loss of our marriage before we even before I decided to get divorced, because really like our marriage was over long before that. And so it was like once I made that decision and decided to move on, it kind of seemed like I could start living again. And so I do feel like, I mean, next week or the week after will literally be 3 years from the day I told him I wanted a divorce. And so it is interesting, but I did talk about him a lot because I've been applying for new jobs on base, and he will supposedly, I think, is coming back here to this area. And I'm like, the whole time we were married and we worked both on base together, we never once saw each other, and I just have this feeling that I'm going to get back on base and we're going to see each other like every day at the gate. Like I'm going to be behind him or he's going to be behind me. And really, I'm like, why am I so worried about that? I shouldn't be. I'm like,
because it's still fresh. That's why.
I think just it's awkward. I don't want to see him.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I don't want to.
Yeah, I would not want to see my ex.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Like,
but honestly, I'm like, neither of us would be mean to each other. Like, there's nothing like that. Like, neither of us would probably even make a comment. I'm assuming we would probably say hi and then move on with our day, and it would be fine. And so I'm almost like, just get it over with. Like, let me just see ya.
Yeah.
Just so that it can like not be a pit in my stomach, which I don't know why it is. because it really like I'm fine.
Well, it's
I'm
because
fine,
you separated
guys.
your life from that person. Right? You want to be
Yeah.
disconnected from that person for the
Right.
rest of your life. But then seeing him every day, potentially, or seeing him
Yeah.
every once in a great while.
We're gonna get a job in the same office.
Yeah.
Oh God, cubicles right
horrible.
next to each other.
He's gonna be my boss. I thought my situation now was rough.
Like, by the way,
I don't even want to put this out there in the universe. Like, this is not gonna happen. But can you imagine? Anyways.
Ugh. Yeah. If there was a rumor of my ex moving to the state, I'd probably have to move.
I actually don't even know. Like, I have no
Idaho's
idea.
all right.
Yeah. It's not a bad place.
yeah.
You'd move back to North Dakota.
I mean, it's an option.
Ugh.
It really is. I didn't mind
No,
it.
you loved it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Have you been in North Dakota?
I was born there.
Really? No way.
Yeah.
Yahweh.
Nah, I figured.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, now. Oh, you were like surprised by it. And now it's like, oh, it's all
totally
making
makes sense.
A little snow bunny.
Oh, that's great.
I had to make it positive.
What part?
Minot.
That's where I was. At.
Minot Air Force Base.
Oh, okay, cool.
I was only a baby. I haven't been there as an adult, and I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
It seems cold there.
Yeah, it's very cold there. I used to
Yeah.
work on the rigs out there.
Oh, no shit.
that's
And,
right.
I
What, in
mean,
Williston?
Dickinson,
Oh, okay.
and just bone chilling.
Yes.
That's a real town. Dickinson.
Sure
it
is.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's close
Yeah.
to the border, Montana.
Williston,
Yeah.
Dickinson. What others we got?
Southwest part of the state, Dickinson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's right by Medora.
And you were in the ground, so it's probably even colder,
No,
right?
no, he's above ground.
That's what I meant.
Hey, how do you?
I don't know anything about oil rigs.
Yeah, oil rig is totally
I
underground.
know nothing.
Do you think that I'm like digging with a shovel?
No. Actually, you guys,
It's
I'm
like
actually a
gold mining.
smart person, and now I feel really stupid.
Okay.
And I'd like to end the podcast now.
Close the cave. It's done. We found oil.
I
gonna
don't
just
even
skim
want
it.
to. I don't want to even go into this, but I'm gonna have to do some googling because I thought this was something way different than I think it is.
Yeah, no, it's above ground.
Carry on.
Your
Tell us-
your pipe goes in the ground, so it's just drilling, right?
Yeah.
Like just imagine a big drill bit that goes through the
Okay,
ground.
I'm tracking. I'm back on track.
But yeah, I mean, in North Dakota, that's some serious business. You get up in the derrick, you're 100 feet up in the air,
Yep.
and that wind's just ripping, and so you're negative 30, negative 40 by the time you get down. There's a lot of words that you want to say to everybody.
Sounds beautiful.
Yeah, gorgeous time of year.
It can be. I don't know if you ever seen a sundog.
No.
So where the sun light bounces off the snow and it creates this halo effect around the sun, and then there's 4 points. It's awesome.
That would be cool to see.
Yeah.
That would be cool to see.
It is beautiful.
Sundog.
Yep, sundog. And then another cool thing about North Dakota, especially when it gets super cold, is they have ice fog.
Oh, that is really pretty.
Yeah. So
Ice fog.
there'll be
What's that?
fog, but it clings to your car like ice.
That doesn't
Really?
sound
You drive
fun.
through it.
Actually, no.
Yeah, that's actually really cool.
Sundog
That would be cool to
sounds
see.
Fun.
Yeah, sundog
This
is
sounds
really beautiful.
miserable.
Yeah, North Dakota wasn't for me, but I really enjoyed South Dakota.
Yeah, South Dakota is beautiful.
Yeah.
Well,
Sturgis.
part of it,
Yeah, we worked
western part of it.
and I cannot remember the city that we worked in, but I mean it was summertime. It was beautiful. We weren't there in the wintertime, and they had a storm there, right? And the storms are just unlike anything here.
Fucking amazing.
They are.
It is so gorgeous.
Yeah, I mean it looked like the clouds were stacked miles high.
Yes.
And then when they start all coming together, the sky just like it turns black and green, and you're like, there could be a tornado. Sure
Yeah,
as
that's what I was
shit.
just gonna
Yeah.
say.
Tornado watch, and you're on the rig, and you're like, ooh, shut her down.
Yeah.
Like
Shut her
we
down.
got to get out of here.
But the lightning you can see for miles.
Oh yeah,
Like it is crazy.
and it's immediate. It's boom, boom,
It
boom,
is.
boom.
Yep.
It's cool.
And sometimes if you're lucky enough, you can see the rain wall just come towards
Yeah.
you. It's it's so cool.
Yeah.
So
do
it
like a
has
good
its
story.
pros and cons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, absolutely.
Ice fog does not sound fun.
it's cool. I thought it was cool.
I mean, it looks cool on
Because
a
it's
picture.
like-
wouldn't want to be a
Who
part
would have
of
ever
it.
thought like ice fog or like lightning during a snowstorm? Blue lightning?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Ooh.
Actually, I've seen videos
experienced
of
that in North Carolina. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, that would be wild.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Inside.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Bring
We
it
got a
in.
winter coming.
Yeah, that's cool.
that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Anyways, okay, let's get to know you.
'Kay.
Tell us about yourself, all the things, who you are, what do you do for work? Actually, since we've already talked about it, let's hear what you do. I don't even know what you do for work.
Yeah. So, I fly out to Fort Lauderdale every other week, and I change the actual tires on the space shuttle.
Okay,
No, I'm an account manager.
I was like, no, you don't.
Yeah, everybody's like, holy shit.
Like, wow, give me a job.
Yeah, it's the Modelo guy. Holy. No, so I'm an account manager for a safety company, and it's called OTW Safety, and we manufacture barricades. And so we specialize in, big airport projects, data center projects that are going up right now. We work with, the top 10 contractors in the world. Oh. So
cool.
It's not as exciting as you'd think. We don't even get to see the barricades. We work from home, and we just talk to people on the phone.
Oh.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's an account manager, though, right? Like,
yeah.
I feel like, yeah. Do you get to travel for work at all?
No.
Oh.
No, I mean, once in a while, they'll send us out. Like, I mean, I've been to Santa Barbara, which was really fun, but that was for one of our events that we were doing. Mm-hmm. It was more like the billboard barricade that we have, which is a crowd control that you'll see at concerts.
Oh, okay.
So we're kind of moving away from the metal and going towards just like rotomold and blow molded barricades. So yeah, and we went out there and it was beautiful.
Yeah, Santa Barbara's flying into Santa Barbara is amazing.
I was just talking to you about Santa Barbara.
Yeah,
right before you showed up. That's so funny.
Well, and here's the funny story about Santa Barbara. I'll tell you.
Tell us.
So my boss flies in. We're all going out to Santa Barbara. It's gonna be fun. Like woo.
Yeah.
At this time I was drinking, so I'm absolutely just shit blasted on the plane. Just woo. All right, I'm getting ready. Land.
Getting ready for my work trip.
Yeah. Well, we land and they pick me up and I'm like, all right, I got to play this off. Cool. And so in the back seat, we're driving to Santa Barbara from LAX because why would they fly me into Santa Barbara?
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Well, Delta didn't have a, I think,
direct
at that time.
Oh.
So get to Santa Barbara, right? We pull up to this beautiful hotel, right? The Marmani. And I'm like, ooh, like, I'm going to get one of those rooms that are facing the ocean. Like, ooh, this is going to be great. And so we're checking in, right? And they're like, okay, like your room's going to be in the back. You got to go down the road. I'm like, what do you mean down the road? Like, that sucks. And so I'm like, okay, but it's still probably a nice hotel because it's Santa Barbara, right? Dude, shit, you not right next to the fucking train tracks. I'm looking down on someone's roof. Okay, that's my view. This roof hadn't been cleaned in years.
Oh, where is the ocean?
Yeah, and like I asked my boss, I said, hey, like, did they mess up on this? He's like, no, they were just booked. I'm like, oh.
You're like, where's your room, sir?
Yeah, well, her name's Marina.
Oh, Sir Marina.
And yeah, no, you know where she was at. Oceanside.
Yeah.
Of course.
Beachfront.
Penthouse. Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was pretty funny.
That is funny.
Yeah, that's my Santa Barbara story. Sorry to bug you. That's a side note.
Yeah.
So that's what I do for a living. Who am I? It's a weird question. I'm a guy who just tries to be the best guy that I can every day, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a drug addict. I'm an alcoholic. One of the same, really. One's a carrot, the other's a turnip.
Yeah.
They all come from the same garden. So, kind of about me and my past. I started young. I was 16 years old when I started using OxyContin and heroin.
Wow.
Which was a weird kind of like introduction, right? Yeah. Like, so I was living with my mom at the time because my dad was, he was deployed. And so I get this job at this car wash. And it's, I didn't really know anybody at the time. I was living down in Lehigh. Mm-hmm. And it was called Firehouse Car Wash. And this is about longer than that, long time ago. And I saw this guy and I was just always gravitating towards him because everybody liked him. And I'm like, man, this guy's kind of got what I want. Like, mm-hmm. I mean, he's just the cool dude, like super nice too. And so, one day I just introduced myself like, hey man, like, I'm just kind of the new guy. Just wanted to say, introduce myself and, I'm George. He was like, hey man, like, nice to meet you. And him and I, became buddies. And one day he invited me over. He's like, hey man, like, why don't you come to lunch with me? And we'll go to my house. I just live right down the road. I'm like, okay, perfect. Like, it's great. And, so we get to his house. He's like, hey, like, you ever smoked a pill? I'm like, I don't even, like, I smoke weed.
What does that mean?
Do we put it in the pipe? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And so he's like, no, like, I'll show you, so he, explicit content. Like, he gets it ready. I'm not going to tell you exactly how it's done. But so he gets it done. And, I was like, oh man, I don't know about this. Like this seems weird. But at that time, right, I didn't want to feel like I wasn't a part of.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing for me.
Right.
I like to fit in. To this day, I still do that.
I think that's human nature.
Like I like to be liked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And,
most people do.
And so that's like, that is one of my shortcomings though.
Mm-hmm.
Is like I'm down to get down.
Mm-hmm.
If that person liked me. So I had that in my mind and I was like, man, all right, I'll just do it once. And as soon as I did it, it was the weirdest thing. I felt like I had arrived. Like it just felt so just like something that I'd been missing, right? I grew up in a pretty broken house. My mom and dad, they weren't really there for me. My mom went to jail when I was a young lad. Sorry, I've been watching a lot of Outlander?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, with Jamie and Claire. Love that show. And so, always having that not good enough or wanting to fit in, that's where it started, right? Like my dad was a pretty serious alcoholic, and my mom, just wasn't emotionally there. Mm-hmm. So, moving forward, that's kind of where I came from. But so I met him and I just, it's kind of like, man, like this feels right. This aligns to me. So from there, I remember like not doing it every day, just kind of like this could be fun once in a while. Mm-hmm. And I was still going to high school.
Yeah.
And still doing all that. But eventually it got to a point where I was doing it every day. And
while you were still in high school?
Yeah, while I was still in high school, but I couldn't do it anymore. So I had to drop out of high school. Like my mom, and she didn't know what to do with me either.
Did she know you were using in that capacity?
So no, not really. My mom found out that I was using, because one day, my mom would do my laundry, and
why are you laughing? You were 16.
No, well, I wasn't living there at the time. Like I had moved out, but I'd bring back my laundry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so she found the items that you would use to, do this stuff. Mm-hmm. And it was like, I think I said, no, that wasn't mine. Like I didn't wear those shorts. That must have been, my buddies who I live with now. Mm. And so, she kind of believed me until it just was, evident, right? Like had the gray skin, had the pinned eyes, like everything, right? Like soul's gone at that point. And so, that's kind of how my mom found out, which kind of set me on, a different path. My mom would always beg like, hey, like, are you gonna, get your life together or what? And, it just takes what it takes, right? Like a person's not done until they're done.
Right.
And I wasn't sick and tired of being sick and tired yet. Mm-hmm. Like at 16, I was bouncing around from house to house. Some people would call it a trap house, really. Like that's all it was, and just everybody doing drugs and that's it. Mm-hmm. And it's weird. Like you think when you're living in those situations, those people are your friends. Right. Like you get close to those people. Some of them did die like that. That's the reality of what happens out there. Yeah. And so, you latch onto these people and it's just a bunch of sick people.
Right.
That are just really being sick together.
Right.
And I remember sitting there one night thinking like, oh man, it's gotta be better. Like life's gotta be better than this. Yeah. Because the first 15, 16, 17, it sucked. Yeah.
You kind of lose your childhood too, I feel like.
Yeah.
Starting drugs that early, seeing friends die, already going through a broken home, you kind of lose your childhood. I feel like you kind of grow up way faster than people who get to maintain that innocence around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you definitely have to, right? I mean, and... at 17 years old, like I was on and off with this girl for about 10 years. So, I mean, sorry, I shouldn't even say 10 years. It wasn't that long. I got together with her when I was 15 and you know, kind of dragged her down, and she dragged me down into this thing too. And, you know, we were just kind of codependent on each other in those situations. So I moved in with her and her mom. And it was a terrible situation. Terrible. Like, her mom, you know, God bless her, like, super nice lady. Definitely did her wrong, you know, like, you know, just being a mooch of all mooches, right? Like, didn't have any money, couldn't afford anything, you know, having her mom take care of me at the age of 17, didn't want to get a job because how could I? I'd be sick.
Yeah.
Like, I'd withdraw the whole time, you know? And so eventually that came to an end. Thank God, you know, for her too, right? And for both of us. And I remember my dad picking me up, and, you know, I don't want to talk ill about my dad because he did pass in February. But he really didn't do a lot for me growing up. You know, I respect him, you know, at the later years. We'll probably get to that, but, you know, I love my dad. You know, we had a good relationship down the road. But at that time, you know, that's the only thing that he's ever done something for me. Was pick me up and basically like, hey, like, we're going to figure this out. And I was like, all right, cool. And at that time, my dad was sober, which was just a crazy situation because that never happened.
Yeah.
So, like, you know,
did somebody talk him into, or did you reach out to him and tell him you needed help? Or did your mom reach out to him?
No. So, like, my dad knew something was going on with me. Him and I got in an altercation one night, and I thought I was really strong, weighing in at like 120 pounds, just like, oh, like, I will kick his ass.
Yeah.
You know, this is a man, 205 pounds, freaking U.S. Army. Like, I'm not kicking his ass. He's going to wreck me. And so he did, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what it is. And I remember at the end of it, he was just like, you know, you got to get it together. Like, I don't want to see you dead.
Yeah.
And so my dad, you know, came to pick me up, and from that house, because I just, you know, things weren't working out there. You know, she was cheating on me with all my buddies, right? You know, it's just the way that things happen. That's just what it is. That's the life, you know. I hold no bad feelings towards her. You know, it's just, it is. Yeah. So my dad picked me up, and I remember going to this house, and he was living with this woman at the time, and she was just super supportive. Like, just like, hey, like, you know, whatever you need, we're here for you. And so really the first time, like, I'd felt like, all right, like, things are going to work out. Maybe things could work out. And, you know, withdrawn, super sick, you know, and thinking like, and like when you're that sick, you just think about anything. Like, as far as like conning people, like, hey, like, maybe I can get $20 from him, and I could go down the road and I could call him and he could come bring this to me.
Yeah.
Right. Cause
you weren't going through like a detox program. You were doing it on your own at their house.
Yeah. So this is like the very first, right. And unfortunately it's not gonna be my first rodeo.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my very first time trying to get sober, and my mom calls me, she's like, hey, like, I found a place for you to go to this rehab. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, I'm ready. And because at this time, right, like, I had nothing.
Right.
I'm just taking from the community. I'm not giving anything back. Right. I'm not giving anything to anybody.
Right.
Like, I had nothing. Not, you know, I had a cigarette addiction. I couldn't afford cigarettes. You know, the craziest part, like, it's just insanity, the way that lifestyle that you live. Because you could have a $200 a day habit, have zero money, nothing,
and somehow
get everything. Yeah. And that's the way of a con artist, right? You're conning everybody. You're ripping people off. You're robbing people. You're taking out payday loans on these fake checks. Like, you're doing everything that you can possible to not be sick, because that's what drives that addiction, right? That's that fear that lives inside of you. And it's unrealistic. Like, you're gonna be sick, but you'll be okay at the end of it. But when you're in it, you're like, oh, I'll die, like, for sure. And it's like, you might stay up for a few days. You might feel crazy. Your heart might be palpitating, might be sweating, but you'll be all right. You know, so she gets me into this rehab, and there's an intake house in Ogden. It used to be called the Sober House. It was on 25th Street. And I rolled up there and I was like, ooh, this is Ogden, huh? And I was like, damn, is that the rehab? My dad's like, you got to do it. And I was like, all right. And so we
Girl,
get to,
but it's Ogden.
yeah. Well, so, and yeah, and like, you know, I'm judging this not having a place to stay, right? That's how sick I am. Like I might be good enough for it. I don't know. Yeah. And so we do the intake. They're like, hey, like, yeah, we'll bring you up. And the guy at the intake told me like, hey, like, don't tell anybody you're withdrawing because then we won't take you. And I was like, I can't screw this up. Like, I have to have a place to stay.
Yeah.
Like, a bed would be cool. Like, even if I'm going to shake in it for 30 days, like, it would be awesome to have one. Because I grew up on a couch. I lived on a couch for the longest time. And so get to this place, and it's actually, so that was just the intake. We go up the mountain, and it's past Eden. And it's called, the place called Valley Camp.
Okay.
And we get there. It's a nice cabin. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I've been camping. No problem. This is like an upgrade. Yeah. And, you know, all these guys start coming out, you know, grabbing my bags, and, you know, I'm starting to get high stress, you know. Yeah. And I'm like, ooh, like, I don't know. Like, should I run? Like, should I stay? And I'm like, all right, I'm just going to try this for like 30 days. And these guys are coming out, giving me hugs. And I'm like, like, I don't know you. Like, whew, don't touch me there. And so I get in the house, and I'm thinking that it's going to be, you know, clinicians, doctors, they're going to give me drugs to make me feel better, like a detox. Yeah. There was none of that. It was 12 guys getting each other sober.
With hugs?
No. With, so I went through the 12 steps.
Oh.
And it's guys just up there being accountable towards each other. And I was like, I don't know how this is going to work. And my first month, I was so sick, and I was just like trying to figure it out. And we started going through the book of Alcoholics Anonymous, right? Because that book really, it's kind of the backbone of recovery, in my opinion.
I want to understand. So this is when you are still like, you haven't even gone through detox or anything, and you go straight into this program.
Yeah.
Do most people do that? Or do most people go through detox first and then go into this?
So it depends, right? Like, do you got insurance? Do you got money for detox? Because really, detox a walk in the park. That doesn't help anybody. Well, like when people go for alcohol, I can understand that, because that's a detox that you will die from. Mm-hmm. Like, if you go for benzoids, that's a detox that you can die.
Gotcha.
From heroin, no.
Gotcha.
It's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, side note, I've been to the Ogden Regional Detox.
Right.
It was the coolest place for a drug addict. And this is just my personal opinion. Like, I'm not trying to offend anybody.
Right.
Yeah.
And honestly, if people want to go to detox, that's great. Like, to get your life better, that's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's the step you need to take. Right?
But what I'm saying is that if you're just doing a detox with no recovery program after, they're gonna get you feeling better, and that sickness is gonna creep back in.
Right. And I guess that's where I just was trying to understand, is because what you're explaining in this home, like up past Eden, where these gentlemen were. That to me seems like it would be like your recovery center after you've gone through detox or something. So that's why I was trying to understand, where you're like, there's no doctors, there's no nurses, because my understanding, and again, this could be me just being ignorant, so I apologize.
No, you're good.
But I guess my understanding was that you can go through detox to, you know, be monitored so that you're doing it safely. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, right, you're like, if you're going to go into a recovery program, you're going to want to detox.
Right.
And, you know, necessarily that doesn't mean go into like, sorry, my ass cramped.
Oh, I was like, what's happening? Oh, you've got.
Oh, you're sitting on your wallet.
Yeah, I was sitting on my wallet. Sorry.
You're good. You good? You need to stand up?
I lost about 30 pounds. So I don't even got a butt anymore. All right. So, sorry about that. Side note. I don't mean to ruin the podcast.
Oh, it ruined it. Shit. We got to start all over.
So yeah, like if you're getting sober, absolutely. I mean, go to detox if you want. If that's going to make you, you know, take that next step into getting recovered, absolutely. I'm totally for anybody doing whatever they can do or whatever they want to do to get sober. Right. And I guess I shouldn't say whatever they want to do, right? Because there's the program. Right. There's a difference between working your program and working the program. Right. One is you're going to stay sober, and that's what it expects of you. If you're working your program, you're on your own will again.
Right.
Right. And total opinion,
Yeah.
Could be, controversial, but that's how I feel about it.
No, sorry for the detour. I just was kind of trying to understand. So back to
the
house that you were in.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I apologize.
And you guys cut me off. I feel like I'm being long-winded.
No, I like it. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, didn't go to detox that time, but I have been.
Okay.
And it definitely gets you in the right zone to do things. For me personally, I have to be broken down. I have to be uncomfortable. I have to be in the worst shape possible to do these things. And that's just me, and I'm sure that there's other alcoholics, other addicts like that.
Right.
I'm a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type of guy. Like it's either all or nothing for me. So get to the cabin and go upstairs, and I had a substance on me that, makes you feel better when you're withdrawing, and you're not allowed to have that there. Nothing can be on you. You can't have, Tylenol PMs. You can't have Benadryl. You can't have anything.
Wow. Nothing.
So I was like, man, if I might as well just start getting honest now. Like, cause I don't want to drag this thing out. I don't want to get kicked out of here. Like this could be the best situation I've ever had in my life.
Right.
And they're going to feed me.
Yeah.
True.
Right.
Like, bed.
And possible bed.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So
how old were you? 17?
No. So I was 20.
Oh, this was years
later.
Okay.
20 years old.
Okay. Wow.
When I first got sober.
Okay.
So
4 years of addiction, like using.
Yeah.
And then, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
There's more. We'll add it up later.
Well, I was just thinking, like, the first, I mean, you didn't even attempt, like, recovery or being sober until 4 years in.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's when it got bad enough.
Yeah.
Right. It just a lot of, like, I don't like to dwell on that stuff. Right. It's just bad news.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of bad things that led up to that point where I was just so broken.
Right.
And I was just like, hey, like, I have no more skin on my ass.
Yeah.
Like, I have to do this.
Right.
So give them the substance, and they're like, oh, you're honest, you're gonna fit in. I was like, it's like the first lie I haven't told never.
Oh wow.
Like, thank you. Get to my room, sure as shit there's a bed. I'm like, ooh. Yeah, that's gonna be nice. So I lay down in it, right? And when you're withdrawn from opiates, you get restless legs. It's very bad. And you can't sleep. And when you feel like you're about to fall asleep, one of your legs will kick and and you're up again, right? So I did that for, I would say, 3 weeks.
My God.
Yeah, without, anything. It gradually gets better, but it's not like, one day you're just like, oh, I feel great. It's more like my palms are sweaty, but they're not shaking, type of situation. Mm-hmm. And, I'll tell you what, the first week, you get a chance to kind of, get settled in, get into the routine of like the meetings. They do what's called a morning meditation. And so you read from, whatever meditation book you want. And then, you kind of relay it like what it means to you. And so I was, really naive, ignorant. I was like, this is not going to save me. Like none of this is going to save me. Like this is baloney. Mm-hmm. And, then I got my sponsor. And we started going through the 12 steps. And I remember, first, like we'd admitted we were powerless over alcohol, and I just remember thinking, like, hearing that, and I was like, am I, like trying to like sit there. And I was just like, you're fucking homeless.
Yeah.
At fucking 20. Like, yeah, you have nothing, like nothing. Like, yeah, you're powerless. Yeah, you can't do this shit anymore. Mm-hmm. Like, you need help. You need outside help. You need a higher power. You need something. So I dove headfirst into all of this because it's who I am. It's either all or nothing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And after the first month, sorry, I don't want to get emotional. I just remember thinking, like, there is something. There is something out there for me. And so I stayed there 90 days.
Oh, wow. And
I just remember thinking, like, when my time was coming up, I was like, God, I don't want to leave this place. Mm-hmm. Like, where am I going?
Yeah.
Funny story. I ended up back at 25th Street in Ogden at that house.
That you were too good for?
Yeah, that I was too good for. You know, and I can't harp on it enough. Like when I was there at Valley Camp, you know, every day you woke up, you did, you know, some type of chore, and they kept you in a routine.
Yeah.
And it was exactly what I needed at that time in my life. And we went through the 12 steps, me and my sponsor, and it was the first time that I could get outside of myself. Like, because when I'm drinking and using and doing all those things, I'm so selfish, and I can't see anything, you know, past this. So went through the 12 steps, and I agreed to go to this recovery house, and 25th and Porter is the exact address. And I remember walking to the house, and I was like, yeah, I don't really want to be here, right? Like, I'd like my own apartment. Like, and my sponsor just let me know, like, hey, like, slow down. Like, go to this place. If you can stay sober, you know, 6 months, then, you know, maybe you should try your own place. Mm-hmm. And so was there doing meetings, you know, every day for a while. Got a job at Associated Foods warehouse because my sponsor got me a job there. And, you know, working. I didn't have a car at that time, so driving from there to Associated Foods on a bike every day.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, isn't Associated Foods like
that's in North Ogden?
2700 North?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I'd leave about an hour ahead of time, and I'd just ride this bike because I told myself, like, if I'm willing to do anything it takes for my drugs and alcohol, I'm willing to do anything to stay sober, to be a better person. So I did that 6 months, you know, until I started meeting guys, and I was like, hey, you live in Ogden? You may want to give me a ride. It's about to start getting nippy. And so I did that, and then I got, I was ready to move out. I was ready to move. I was like, man, like, I don't want to be here anymore. I'd like my own place. Yeah. Like my own room, you know, because you had to share a room there too, which wasn't bad. You know, I met one of my lifelong friends, Eli, there, and, you know, him and I still stay connected. And it's, you know, we shared a room, and it was cool, you know, late night talking, and just two guys that got nothing better to do but talk about recovery. Like, and that's like, was my building block. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That really helped, talking with another guy, like, hey, like, I'm having a hard day. And it's like, hey, sit down, let's talk about it. And that really helped me open up. So I moved out of there to Brigham City, right? Never been to Brigham City.
Okay.
And I thought, like, okay, like, whatever.
Despite having the word city in it, it's really not a city.
No. Yeah, not anything great. No. Yeah. And so I get there, and I was like, God damn, I've been bamboozled again. Like, these places are not great. But whatever. All right, like, I'm here. Let's make the best of it. And so move into, you know, those apartments that they're like a house. They are a house. And one has like a staircase that goes this way, and one has
yeah, like the split entry.
Yeah, sure shit. Okay, I get the top one, right? And like the hallway, I mean, it's narrow. I couldn't get a couch in there, so I was like, all right, beanbag it is. Oh. And so I lived there for a while, and I started on my amends list, right? Because that's the biggest thing. I want to right my wrongs. Like, I want to face these people in the eye. I want to let them know, like, hey, I'm here to make it right. Have a little bit of money. Like, so, you know, if I owed a person money, I'd show up with that money, right? Like, my sponsor always told me, don't show up with your Jesus because people don't give a shit.
Right.
Like,
pay them back.
Maybe they care a little bit that you got sober. Congratulations. But they want their money. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay. Mm-hmm. Like, and this is just what it was. So I try to make an amends every time I got paid. Like, all right, like, I've got a little bit of money for this, a little bit of that. Got everything that I need. And then so I'd go out, make these amends. The amends came for the girl that I was with. And I was like, all right, I got to stay sharp on this one. Mm-hmm. I don't want any funny business happening. I want to get in, get out. Yeah. You know, I'm going to meet her at a public place. It's all good. And
this was the girl that you had been living with her and her
yeah,
mom? Okay.
Yeah. And so I met her at a sushi restaurant down in American Fork, and started talking like, hey, like, you know, I know that I wronged you. I could tell that she's high immediately. Right? Like, I just know. I know her. She knows me. Right. That's just the way it was. And I, like, in that moment, like, I felt myself, like, almost get, like, jealous. And I was just like, oh, like, okay. Like I got to do this fast.
Right.
And didn't talk to my sponsor about doing it. Right. That was number one. Because he probably
didn't let him know that you were going all the way down to American Fork.
No.
Right.
So he probably would have been like, hey, dumb shit. Yeah. No. Like that amends can just be like, don't do it again type of living amends.
Mm-hmm.
And so I do the amends, right, the best I can. And afterwards, she comes in and kisses me. And I was just like, old feelings. There it is. I love you again. Dumb.
Idiot.
Yeah. And
we've all been there.
And so she's like, yeah, we should hang out sometime. And I'm just like,
right now?
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, like, I'll let you know when I'm, not busy or whatever. And just thinking like, maybe I can save her. Maybe I can show her the way. Right. And sure shit.
Probably 6 to 12 months into your recovery yourself at that point?
6 months.
Okay.
Yeah. 7 months.
Okay.
Right around there.
Yeah.
And, feeling so good too. Right. I've been lifting. I feel great. I look great. Mm-hmm. And I show up and like, there was a little bit of ego there too.
Yeah.
Like, look at me.
Yeah.
Like, look what I've done without you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel good. Mm-hmm. And man, I got cut down like a tree. Next week I was getting high with her.
The next week.
Yeah, it happened fast. Right.
Like the very first time you guys hung out again?
Yeah. Yeah, the very first time. And it was so crazy because she's like, well, I'm moving to California, so see ya. And I was like,
shit.
And I was like, all right. Like, now I'm stuck with this crippling addiction again. And all the head stuff that comes back, right? Because like after you do a program like that, you just, that shame just starts sinking in. The pain, the I'm not good enough, like all of these, almost, and it's victim mentality.
Right.
Right? Like that just creeps right in and you're just beat. For me anyways, that's my personal experience.
The negative self-talk and
just being a victim.
Right.
Like, oh, I can't believe this happened, gosh, I got to go get high.
Why did I do that?
Like, and that's what happened. I was just down the road again and got kicked out of that place.
Well, yeah.
At this time I got a car loan and what am I going to do with this car? Right? Like it's a fucking red Jetta.
You're gonna live.
I didn't want this car at the beginning, but god damn it! Like now I have to live out of this car.
Yeah.
Fuck. There goes the bed. I left it. I couldn't transport it, so I'm living out of this Jetta, right? And things are just.
Well, I have a question. So you've been through the program. You're 6 months sober or clean.
Yeah.
And then you get back into it. I would assume some of that self-shame would come from knowing that you took these steps and now you're back into it. Did you ever, was that part of your thought process also?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
It's just not victimhood that you got duped by the girl and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
It was more or less like.
Yeah. Sorry. If that sounded like that, yeah, it's me working so hard and then just giving it away. Right. Yeah. It wasn't taken away. I just gave it up.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was the hardest thing to realize. Like I'm willing, like I don't matter this much to myself to just give it up.
Yep.
After everything that we've worked for.
Right.
Me, George, and the 4 other people that live in my head. And so I'm living out of this Jetta. It sucks.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Jettas,
they're small cars.
They're tiny. Yeah. I'm 6 foot, right? So it's middle of summer.
You?
Yeah.
Oh.
Absolutely I am. Don't even try to cut me down. Shit.
We're measuring you after this.
That's fine. I'll take my shoes off too. So I'm living out of this Jetta, summertime, right? Hotter than just shit. And I found myself back in Ogden because why wouldn't you? And
once you go to Ogden, you can't stay away.
Yeah, and you see and not trying to make fun of anybody that lives in Ogden because I lived there for 10 years. I love Ogden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On my first home there, but you'll see people that live there out of their cars. Middle of summer, feet are kicked out of the window.
Yeah.
That was me. Ankles are sweating. It's hot. It's a red car. Like I only have enough money to start that baby up, cool it down real quick. Whoa. Okay, whoa, too much. And everything else went to drugs.
Yeah.
Right? Like everything else, like no food, no good anything. I eventually got tired enough of that situation. I called my buddy Nick. I'll always remember this. His name's Nick Haddon, and he saved my life that day. Like I had nowhere to go again. And he's like, hey man, like I got a place. My girlfriend lives here and my daughter comes, you know, once a week, but you're more than welcome to stay on this couch. And I just thought like, fuck yeah, a couch. Yeah. Like I know this.
Yeah.
Like I can do this shit. So I get on that couch and I withdraw again, you know, and granted, like I've withdrawn 100 times in my life. There's another part before that, where I moved in with my uncle and I ended up at Ogden Regional for the detox, before I ended up at Nick's. And, I just wasn't ready. Right. I went to detox and, I didn't take it seriously. And I wish I would have, because they gave me the medication to do it. The hard thing about the medication is it's easy to abuse. And sometimes that medication that they give you is just as bad as the drug. So, you know, in my opinion.
Because it's just an inhibitor.
Yeah.
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 It just tricks your brain.
Yeah. And then you get addicted to that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And that withdrawal, you better hold on. Because that's worse.
The withdrawal from the medicine that helps you withdraw from drugs?
Yeah, opiates.
That's insane.
In my opinion, it is for my body.
That's so sad.
Was it Suboxone?
Suboxone and Subutex.
Yep.
Yeah. So those drugs right there. And if you're really bad, you go and get methadone.
Yeah.
Right.
And that stuff is no joke. Yeah. Like people die on that stuff.
Yeah.
So
is that why they have the clinics that administer it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, you know, and that's what they do at a detox, right? They bring you in, they get you well, so you're not sick, so you don't, you know, you're like, okay, like I can do this. So it's almost worse for me when I go to these places, because it's just like, hey, like give me all these medications. Okay, now I got to count them. Can I sell them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I go out and just sell these so then I can get what I really want?
Right.
So it's worse for me. Personally, I don't think that those places are bad at all. Like, and I hope that doesn't come off like that. Like, I think that it works for the majority of people who are struggling and need that, and that's great. So get out of that detox. Go to my uncle's. Things blow up, right? Like, it's just not a good situation. Can't live there. My mom, she ended up moving to Dallas. I'm like, when did that happen? Like,
she saw when you were living in your Jetta.
Yeah, basically.
And your ankles were sweating.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry, we're assholes on this podcast.
No, I love it.
Welcome.
And so, like, yeah, I mean, I remember calling her. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, where am I going to get $20? Like,
your mom?
Yeah, really? And she's like, you know what, son? I just had to leave the state. Like, you can kill yourself there if you want, but I'm not going to be in the same state as you die. So, see ya. And I just remember, like, that sinking in, like, man, like, am I that bad off? Like, is it really that bad? So, that's when I ended, you know, cruising around in the Jetta, homeless, and moving and calling Nick and living on that couch for 30 days. And there's nothing more uncomfortable than withdrawing on someone else's couch and everybody's walking in and out, in and out
with their child and their spouse.
And it's an apartment, probably maybe 1,000 square feet, which I'm super grateful for.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that couch did save my life. I hadn't used after that. So I got sober on that couch 12 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And had never looked back when it came to opiates like that. Ended up meeting my wife shortly after. She, you know, she was addicted to opiates too. And, you know, we kind of formed a bond. We hung out with the same friend group. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to marry this woman. No problem. And so, you know, we got married and I'd been sober for about 5 years. And I just, you know, my wife, she doesn't have a problem with drinking. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, we'll try it.
Like drinking doesn't lead her back to opioids.
No. Yeah. So, so I was like, all right, yeah, we'll try it. Like, It'd be cool to have a couple beers, be a normal person, you know, like no problem. It didn't work. It ended up being a really bad experience for me. I didn't go back to opiates or anything, but when I put any substance into my body, there's a chemical change that happens inside of me. And mentally, it's just, you know, I turn mean. And, you know, my poor wife, God, like, I think back to, you know, when I was drinking and, you know, would say some shit like, it's just like, George, that is the only human being that loves you for who you are.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only person that's going to take care of you.
So be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cut the shit.
Right.
And so I'm going on 2 years of no alcohol.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's great.
And
That's massive.
yeah. And,
Yeah.
you know,
And 12 years of no opioids.
yeah, 12 years of no.
That's amazing.
I'm so scared to go back to that. Like it would ruin my life. Like it wouldn't give me the life that I have today.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
like, and sometimes like when I step back and I look at my life, I think, man, like I don't deserve this. Like the things that I had done in my life, like going from being on top of the DEA's most wanted list to, you know, having a beautiful house, having a beautiful family, having my son, you know, these blessings that have been put in my life, like having friends like you guys, having friends that, you know, actually care, people that I could turn to, you know, getting trust from people and people actually listening to my word. Like, hey, like if I say I'm going to do something, I do it, you know, that's a sweet spot for me.
Yeah.
Like I love that. There's nothing better than that. You know, every morning I get to wake up, hit my knees. I pray to whatever's out there. If they listen to me, cool. If not, cool. I want to make sure I do my job. And, you know, giving back to my community, that's a huge thing for me too, because I had stripped everything that I could from my community. And so just being able to be a different person, and I'm not perfect by any means,
Right.
you know, but doing the next right thing, I always try to do that, you know. How you do anything is how you do everything. I try to live by that motto.
Say it again slower.
How you do anything is how you do everything.
I like that.
Like, and it's just because I don't deserve anything that I have today. I don't deserve anything.
You've worked hard for it. You've worked
Yeah,
hard for it.
Thank you. And it's just the blessings that just keep coming as far as, you know, when I work this program. The light of my life, like, and I can't say this more seriously, like, the number one thing in my life is my sobriety. Everything else comes second. My son, my wife, because as soon as I put something in front of my sobriety, that's the first thing I'm going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
So I take it very seriously. When I take people through the steps of Alcoholics Anonymous, I am passionate about it. Like, I love it.
So you're a sponsor now.
Yeah, I sponsor guys.
I love that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
And that's one of your ways that you give back in the community.
Yeah, that's, I mean,
One of many.
thanks. No,
I've seen it firsthand, guys.
it's really the light of my life. Like, I mean, sponsoring guys and just really just talking with guys who are going through the same thing. You know, sometimes it is heartbreaking, you know, because I'm a hypersensitive person. Like, I am very sensitive. Mm-hmm. And so when, you know, somebody dies close to me, or, you know, somebody goes back out, or, you know, this guy's just having a rough go, it's like, man, like, I feel like I'm having a rough go too. Like, let me jump down in that hole with you.
Right.
Like, cause I've been there before. Like, I know the way out. Right. Like, it's going to be all right. You know,
I think you have to be I think you could be, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like you could be sober, but then I feel like it takes a whole different strength to be sober and be a sponsor, because you've really got to trust all the work you've done, especially if you are an empath in that way, because like you just said, like you could get down in that. And if you're not strong and you're not doing the work every single day in staying sober, I'd imagine then you could have a little mishap.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So, I mean, the way that I look at it, right? My sweet boy.
Stevie's joined us again, guys.
For
those not watching.
The way that I look at it, you know, I want every guy that's in Alcoholics Anonymous or NA or whatever program you're in, and women the same way. I I want everybody to sponsor somebody. I think that they should. Like, and that's part of the deal, right? If you're going to go through the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous or a 12-step program, that's the deal. Like, you give back. Like, you keep this thing going. Like, because it does have a success rate.
Yeah.
You know, like, and without, you know, these new guys coming up, what are we going to do? You know, like, we always need new guys to come in, and I always need to work with somebody so I can stay sober. You know, and, you know, sometimes it is hard watching that guy go out, but at the end of the day, I'm sober. Right. That's why I do it.
Yeah.
So, and I think the closest thing that I have had, and this is when I was 6 months sober from alcohol, of like relapsing, is when my dad died. And it was just so, it was unexpected. It's a crazy story because he invited us to go to dinner at the timber mine, and it was his wife's birthday. And I love his wife now. I didn't at the time. You know, her and I would just butt heads, and it was just kind of one of those things. But
this wasn't the same woman who brought you in when he first picked you up?
No, I love that woman too. There was a mishaps there, and we had never spoken to her again. But you know, I hope she's doing. Oh yeah, I hope she's thriving. But so I talk with Nat, and I'm like, man, do we want to go to this dinner? Because here's the thing, it's a shit show with my dad. Like it always is, and sometimes it's a good way. Sometimes it's like, ooh, that was inappropriate. We better get out of here. Check right now. Slide it this way.
So was he wasn't still sober at that time?
No, my dad had been drinking very hard. Like, and when I saw him, I was like, oh shit, like this could be it. You know, like I could see the yellow in his eyes.
Yeah.
Just see, you know, my dad, like, you know, just the shell of the man that he used to be, you know, probably weighing 150 when he was 200, you know.
Wow.
And it was hard to see him like that. Right, like you see somebody and you're just like, whoa. Well,
especially your dad too. I think you might be feeling that way a little because your dad's going through cancer. But like seeing people like this father figure, right? Like there's a strong man, and then you see them a little more weak or frail. And I feel like, especially for men, it's probably completely different than as a woman to see your dad change. But I'm sure that's just like, that's.
Yeah, my real dad passed away in 2008. And last time I seen him, he was sleeping on his couch when we were supposed to go to lunch together. And he got high on crystal the night before. So that was the last time I got to see him before I got married. And then he died about a week later.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
shit
heavy
like
alcoholic,
that.
you know, all of his life.
And
yellow eyes, puffy face.
Yeah.
You know, just.
And that still sticks with you.
Yeah.
Right.
It does for me.
And you don't want to remember him that way, but then how do you remember them any other way?
Yeah, right. So we go.
You did go to Timbermine.
We did go to that fucking dinner, and it was like a divine intervention thing though. My uncle showed up too. I was like, man, like this family never shows up because I don't think any of us like each other, you know. But like when we get together, it's like, yeah, I like you, motherfucker. Like, come over here, like, give me some love, like. And my Uncle Mark, he's a really big man, really big, like 6'4".
Is he the one that played pickleball? Pickleball?
No.
Oh.
God.
I feel like I met that one, or maybe is that your stepdad?
No. Who?
Somebody came to play pickleball with you and Brian. Is it his stepdad? I thought it was like your stepdad, his uncle, or
shit. That's Brian's stepdaddy.
Oh,
hey, mine.
My bad. Anyways,
so
sorry.
Yeah, so our whole family's there, right? And just the uncles. Sorry, I shouldn't say whole family. Like my aunt's there too because she lives with my Uncle Mark. They're all brothers and sisters. If I explain it to you, you'll get more confused. And so, so we're all there that matter, and. My dad comes and sits down next to me, you know, his arm around me. He's already been hammered probably since 2:00 that morning, you know, and, you know, what are you going to do? You know, I've been in this program so long now. It's just like, I love you.
Yeah.
You know, I love you for who you are. I know who you are. You know, I know what you could have became, but that's okay too. You know, I can't change you. I can't save you. But when you're ready, I'm here. And, you know, a lot of inappropriate things were said at the dinner table, and I was like, fuck.
Check.
Yeah. And afterwards we all, took a photo and stuff, and it was funny. Everybody's just loving on each other, just like, like, hey, let's get together. Never gonna happen. And that's just the way my family is, right? Everybody's like, yeah, let's start doing barbecues. It's like, fucking when?
It's like seeing old high school friends.
Yeah.
You're like, we're never, ever going to hang out. But thanks.
Yeah, call me. I don't have your number.
Yeah.
No,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah. So that was the last time I saw my dad, right? That Saturday I went to pickleball and had a great early morning session. Just got home, just beat. But I felt like when I look back at that morning or that afternoon when I got home, I was just like, I'm kind of restless. Like I should be like just assed out sleeping. And I got a call. They're like, hey, like we found your dad on the garage floor, unresponsive. So I'm just like, fuck. Like,
who'd you get the call from?
I got it from my grandfather. And he's like, that's all I know. And I'm like, well, that ain't fucking helpful.
No.
So like, I'm in a sheer panic. I'm throwing everything on quick. Like, I don't even take a shower, just flying out the door. My wife's like, do you want to go with me? Fuck, nope. I got to go. Don't have time to wait. Get to the hospital in Bountiful. As soon as I walk in, there's Erin crying with her name's Erin, my dad's wife. Crying with her family, everybody's kind of in shock. Like, and I'm like, like what happened? And they're like, we found your dad like this, and like we was giving him CPR. And I'm just thinking like, oh fuck, like he's gone. I know he's not here. Like I just got that feeling of like he's like my dad's gone.
Restless.
Yeah. And doctor comes in, hey, gives you one of those like, we did what we could. And I'm just like, yeah. Like, I mean, he was going no matter what. Right. And went outside full of emotion. Just hadn't felt that in a very long time. I felt rage inside me. I felt like, lightning has hit my heart. Like not sure what to do about it. And just like kind of like pacing around, crying, angry. My uncles show up, they're just in pieces. And I just remember like, hey, like, like I don't have time to go do this, like, and they brought me back to see my dad, and that was the hardest, right? Seeing him there. And I'm just like, yeah, he's not there. Mm-hmm. Like it's just because when you see a body,
their spirit's not there.
Yeah. When you see their body, you're just like, man, like it looks somewhat like my dad, but like, where's the love? Where's the humor?
Right.
Where's that? That's gone.
That's why I hate open caskets, because I'm like, this isn't this person.
Yeah. And so I got in my car, and at this time I had my Subaru WRX, and I'm just fucking flying, just not giving a shit. I remember that day, it was raining, coming down, and I was just like, going 120 on the highway, just like I gotta slow down, George, slow down. And remember getting home super fast, and I just remember telling my wife, like, I'm going to drink. And that's where the disease kicked in, right? That's where it was like, it's okay because no one's going to blame you.
Yeah.
Because your dad's dead.
Right.
No one's going to say anything.
You're already coming up with excuses.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, no one's going to blame you, George. Just do it. You can be all right. Like you'll be sober tomorrow. Like it doesn't matter. And when I'm not at ease, I'm in my disease. Right. So I'm fighting against everything. I'm not living life on life's terms. I'm not listening to that voice in my head that's like, hey, you're all right. Mm-hmm. And what better way to just piss all over my dad than to get drunk and do something that killed him. Yeah. So I thought that too. I played the tape through, collapsed in my wife's arms, and just let it all out. Mm-hmm. And I felt so much better after that. And it gave me the ability, since I stayed sober, to go to that funeral and do, the 21 gun salute and to speak in front of all those soldiers. I just remember standing up. It was a cold day, real cold. Wind was blowing, snow was coming down. Everybody was in parkas. I mean, everybody was buttoned up good. And I just remember I was hot, felt warm. And I could just think like that was either God or my dad's embrace kind of coming around me being like, yeah, like you got it, dude. And I just remember standing up there, not skipping a beat, voice didn't shake. I got to my point, told my dad I loved him,
Wow.
let everybody know, what type of man he was. And so I attribute my sobriety to moments like that.
Yeah.
Right. If I didn't have what I have now, man, I probably would have shut up hungover. Like there's George's son, going down the same road. I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm here to play. I'm here for my son.
Yeah.
I'm here to set that road differently.
Yep.
Because my dad grew up with a dad like that. Like, everybody in that family has a drinking problem. Yeah, we all do. Like, I'm one drink away from being drunk. Mm-hmm. So I always have to keep that at the front of my head and keep my shit together. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah.
Wow.
That's who I am.
Good for you. I hope you're proud of yourself. Like,
yeah.
Really, because that I've heard that from other friends where it's like, well, like the same thing, like nobody's gonna judge me because, like, like a friend of mine, she was losing her business and she struggled with alcohol, and she's like, nobody's gonna judge me. People are gonna understand why I drank, and same exact thing that you just said, and she stuck through it in that time, and so. But that has to just be so like a confidence builder in that you can remain sober because you did it through the thickest of times too, right?
Yeah. I feel like whatever comes at me, I have to accept things now, right? And I just have to move through them. There's
the one drink away from being drunk is
it's true.
It's so true. Yeah. Yeah. And I liked your other comment about when you're not at ease, you're in your disease.
Yeah, my sponsor said that to me.
Yeah, these are good little things. Yeah, because
I don't even know what to say, dude. Like, holy fuck, there was a lot.
I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Do
I
not be
you
sorry.
Guys.
No,
don't be sorry.
Thank you for sharing, and thank you for being vulnerable because that's a big story. Yeah,
like a lot of that hit home really hard, and I had to fight back tears because. My stepdad's been my dad, and he's probably not going to be making it in the next 3 years.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I'm going to handle that. I handled my father's death relatively easy. I got the call really late at night from my mom, who my aunt called her to tell me, which doesn't make sense to me still to this day. But I was like, okay, kind of a thing, which was weird. And then I felt bad about myself for not being more emotional. So I was like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to get really drunk. And then I had 2 beers and I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, right. I don't know. I'm still, I've never grieved about my dad's passing. And I just don't know how. Well,
you just might have not done it in what you understand grieving to
I
naturally.
I don't necessarily grieve people's deaths because I kind of just block it out.
Yeah.
And just that black void in a sense.
Yeah.
You push it down.
Yeah, that's tough. Right.
But I think when my stepdad passes away, it's going to be completely different because I had a better connection and relationship with him.
And you have a strong one with him now.
Yeah, correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
My cousin gave me advice when my mom died, and it was don't let anyone tell you when or how you should grieve. Yeah. Because his mom had died the year before my aunt did, and he learned because he was the oldest of the there's a lot of children that she had, and he had to kind of just go into taking care of everything. He's the more responsible one. He took care of everything, and so he didn't really have time to grieve. But I think he also learned and through his experience that people will tell you, oh, you should be crying, or why aren't you sad, or why, now it's been a month. Why are you still so sad? And it's like, don't let. And so I share that advice with anybody that loses somebody because it was such great advice. Because we're all different. We all are dealing with different demons inside. We all have different relationships with people. So for someone else to come in and say, oh, it's weird that you didn't grieve your dad's death. They don't know the relationship you had.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I just feel like don't beat yourself up over or overthink maybe how you processed it because you did it in a way that helped you move on and deal with your life. And you had a lot going on. You were newly married, it sounds like.
Yeah.
And you've talked about on the podcast that wasn't always the best relationship. So I'm sure you had a bunch of your own shit going on too.
Yeah. No, there's tons of red flags in that one.
Yeah. No, relationships are so easy. What are you talking about?
But like living in, your car, my sister was addicted to meth and she lived in Ogden Walmart parking lot in her car.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know her?
For a year.
God, I mean, maybe.
Yeah, no.
It's tough, man.
And see her go through all that stuff and then, just.
Yeah. And I don't know the percentage on what people make it through all that.
Yeah.
Right. But I know it's not where it should be. So that's why, being passionate about, staying sober and helping other people.
Yeah.
Like I mean, it's a pity when, somebody does get in trouble with the law or, they have to go through all that because they're treated like a criminal. Like, and really these people are just sick.
Yeah.
You wouldn't treat somebody with cancer like that, would you? No.
Yeah.
No.
Like granted, should they have been drinking and driving? No, absolutely not. Like that's a terrible decision. Should they have been high driving? No. But giving them $10,000, burying them in debt on these fines, that ain't the way to do it either. Like send them to these places that actually care about people like that. And there's a really good rehab, if anybody does struggle. Valley Camp's a good source, and so is Golden Steps. My buddy Colden Glenn started it up in Logan. And it's supposed to be awesome.
Golden Steps.
Yeah, I haven't spoke with him in a very long time, but he's the person I know who he is. He's an awesome guy. And when somebody reaches out, he reaches back out. Is the way it should be.
I like that.
So.
Yeah. Because if somebody's taking the steps to reach out, they need the help. And so good for him for making the time and putting that back in. Even I think when you put yourself out there in that capacity, it's really important that you do that follow up and you do kind of show up for the people that are choosing to show up for themselves at that time. Because tomorrow may happen and they may choose to not show up for themselves, right? They could change their mind and start using again or continue using and then be like, nobody wants to help me and stay in that victim mentality. And
and that's why it's so crucial, right? It's like the first 24 if somebody go missing. You're just like, people are so desperate in those first 24 hours, whether they're drunk or not, right? People will be like, I need to change my life. And it's like, perfect. Let's help you.
Let's do it right now.
Stay sober tonight. Mm-hmm. We'll meet at this meeting tomorrow. 9 times out of 10, they won't show, right? But it's that one that's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you could just get 1 out of 10, right? That's great. People have to be sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah.
Right.
To take those steps.
Yeah.
And it's the most beautiful thing when somebody is just torn down just to their bones and then they're able to come back out and you see them smile or you see them, kind of light up when they walk in the room. It's like, phew, buddy, you're on fire. You got it.
Right.
You're working it.
Yeah.
And you always know the people that are working it and the people who aren't.
Right.
There's 2 sides of that coin. There's the people who really care, and then you have that judgmental side. Mm-hmm. I've never been that person. If somebody goes back out, I wish them, the best of luck, and I want them to come back. And when they're coming back, my hand's going to be there. So there's a lot of people out there too that don't feel that same way. Of he relapsed, that's not part of the program. And granted, it's not.
Yeah.
Right? Relapse isn't part of the program.
Right.
It's recovery.
But it's a part of life, and it's probably gonna happen, or potentially could happen.
You don't expect an alcoholic or drug addict to stay sober. Right. It's the miracle is when they do, right? So,
this is great, and I mean, I'm really ignorant when it comes to a lot of this, and so I appreciate learning from you. And we learned from Nick last week, and I said this last week, and I'm gonna say it this week is, I know a lot of our listeners probably don't struggle themselves, and maybe some of them do, but they probably all know someone who's struggling. And so to take some of these tips and maybe go back and listen to this one again, because you've done a great job kind of explaining, your thought process and how people came around and helped you. And I think just being really mindful of that when you might have somebody in your life. And you mentioned it early on was, you're not ready until you're ready, right? So trying to force someone or push someone, you're only gonna know when you're ready to be sober, and they have to want it for themselves more than you want it for them.
Yeah.
So just remembering those things when you do have people in your life. And I'm really sorry to do this again, but I'm gonna have to pee. So, but when we get back, I want to get into like pickleball and some other healthy coping mechanisms you've utilized.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry. Oh my God, I'm gonna keep my pants.
Super impactful, dude. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me on. Like, I love talking about this, and I'm super passionate about it because, you know, the guys who helped me, they were too.
Yeah.
And, you know, recovery, like, it doesn't have to be this like super hard and drawn out thing. Like, you know, call me, let's go get coffee. Let's talk about it. Let's figure out what the next steps are for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people get so nervous about going to rehab and, you know, going to places to learn these things, or, you know, to actually just, you know, I couldn't harp on it enough. Like, you know, drugs and alcohol, that's not the issue, right? The issue is George. That's the problem. The drugs and alcohol were my solution. The solution stopped working for me.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, that's the biggest takeaway, because I don't want people to think that drugs and alcohol are the reason they're like that. No. You're like that because you have something inside of you that needs to change.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you need that spiritual awakening. You need, you know, something that needs to happen. So yeah, couldn't be more clear on that. Those are solutions. The problem, it's always me. So.
Okay, we're back.
A lot to chew on.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
No, I was just saying how this whole talk has been super impactful because I can relate to it, not personally, but just through people that I know and family members and things like that. So it hits hard.
I had forgotten about your sister.
Yeah.
And I didn't mean to sound insensitive when I made the comment, but
no, it's fine.
How is she doing now? Is she sober now?
Yeah, she's been sober for probably about a year now.
Okay.
That's amazing.
But great. Mentally, she is still struggling to a degree. I mean, she works and everything, but when I go and visit her, she doesn't treat me like I'm her brother anymore.
And you guys were really close.
We were really close.
Has to be so hard.
Yeah. The methamphetamine, that's a really hard one on the psyche, for sure.
Yeah.
I've got friends that were really heavy into meth, and, you know, don't give up on her. It usually takes about 2 years for that to kind of clear out.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and sometimes it won't always clear out perfectly, but every day she's gonna get a little bit more better.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit more clear. And, you know, that's how my aunt is. My aunt, I mean, you talk about a train wreck, man. Like, I mean,
with all due respect.
Yeah, well, I mean, like in the most respectful way, right? Like, she's sober now.
Yeah.
And like, but she was in prison, like basically prison made, in Bullhead City, right? Really tough town, tons of meth there, right?
Where is that?
It's in Arizona.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so, you know, it took her a little bit to come around. She had the isms, you know, and I don't want to be insensitive, but they're kind of like tweakerisms to where they just have them after that type of drug. Mm-hmm. And it just takes a little bit of time for them to kind of shake some of those. And eventually, like, you know, hopefully those kind of go away, you know, but it usually takes about 2 years for meth to kind of clear and move out of that brain.
That is insane. 2 years. That's insane.
It's very hard.
Yeah, I was just going to say it.
I don't think she'll ever be the same.
No.
I mean, I think also what happened is she had a psychotic break.
Sure.
Yeah, because she dealt with depression and a bunch of other stuff.
Like drug-induced psychosis is kind of,
That's the hardest one, right? Like, people, and I'm not saying any drug is better than the other, but navigating meth after somebody's been doing it for so long, it's really hard on them. Like, I had a really good buddy, John, and man, he broke my heart. You know, I'd known John for a very long time. He'd come in and out of the program and, you know, get high on meth. He used to scream at me, "You're not my friend. Like, you never had my back, and like, going through this meth psychosis.
Yeah.
And I told him one time, like, when he was just grilling me, man. I'm like, listen, motherfucker, I'm in this car for 3 hours. You have decimated my ear about like what type of piece of shit friend I am to you. Like, you better shape up. Yeah. And he just kind of walked off, and he came back a year later, and I ended up sponsoring him, got him through the steps, and thought he was going to do amazing things, because that's just what John was. He was really high energy and just like a super good person. But he had, a little bit of tweakerism. It's all good, should rub some dirt on it. All right. But because he was doing good, like, you can never put down a person who's trying to make their life better. And got him a job on the rig with me. And I just thought, like, damn, like, sweet. And I made sure, I was like, hey, dude, you stay sober 6 months, we'll get you a job out on the rig. Because the scary part for me is John gets a little bit of money in his pocket, right? Because you make some really good money out there on the drilling rig. At the time, he was working at Red Robin. And I said, you keep slinging those steak fries.
Yeah.
Those are good fries.
Yeah.
And that fry sauce, man, you can drink it.
Yeah, they are. But I was just like, dude, you just...
That's a whole new, different level of money. Working rig.
It is. And so we got him out there, right? And he's
hard on your body, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But we got him out there, doing really well. He's working like a dog, like, and I'm just, couldn't be more proud of him. Just like, hey, man, keep it up, right? You're going to keep climbing the ladder. Went from a floor hand to a motor hand in 2 weeks, and I was like, climbing the ladder faster than me.
Girl, like, simmer down.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I've been here 3 years.
Take me with you.
Like, yeah, you're coming from my job. I can't have that.
Yeah.
But, God forbid he took it. Cool. Good, man.
Yeah.
And he invited me. And I always look back on this like one of those, like, fuck, man, I should have gone. He invited me to go to Oregon, right? And I'm just coming on days off. I'm very tired. I just want to see my wife.
I was just going to ask if you were married.
Yeah, and I'm married at the time, and I just want to see her. Just want to hang out, like, I've been working 12.5-hour days for 6 weeks straight.
How does that, how does that work? Were you up there for 6 weeks, and you'd come home for how long?
2 weeks.
You'd come back to Utah for 2 weeks, and you just get the 2 weeks. Ugh.
Yeah. And so a lot of honeydews build up on that time.
I was just going to say, that isn't...
Yeah. Hey, George, it looks like fucking T-Rex in Jurassic Park in the backyard. Can you cut the grass? And it's like, okay, thank God you didn't do it. So John invites me to go because he's going to make an amends to his wife, his ex-wife up there, and he wants to see his daughter, Chloe. And I'm like, no, man. But I was like, are you good? You're good to make that trip. Because, he's coming around, like, he's got over 6 months, he's doing good. He probably has about 8 months at this time. And he's like, yeah, dude, don't even worry about it. I'm like, okay, cool. That's the last time I saw John. John ended up, his heart exploding in the mountains in Oregon with a tarp over his truck because he was hiding out from somebody. He was talking to me about how spiders were living in his chest and just, that meth psychosis.
Yep.
Right? Last time I ever saw him. One of my best friends
when he
of
went,
all time.
I'm so sorry.
It's just, but that's the seriousness of it.
Yeah.
Right? People die. Like when I first came into the program, it was, hey, save yourself some money, get yourself a black suit because you're going to funerals. And it's the reality. Like you go to these people's funerals and you just think like, God damn it. Like, another one. And that will always be. People will always die from the drugs, the alcohol, because they don't know how to get to this point. And, if you're struggling with drugs and alcohol and you don't know how to get to this point, call me. I'm more than willing to help you.
Yeah.
Or guide you to a place that can. And if I can't help you, I know somebody that does. Like it's sad because not a lot of addicts or drug addicts can get to that point. If they could, I just feel like it's, somebody showing them a little bit of love. Like, come on in, let's help you.
Yeah.
Let's get you going. Like maybe that would make a difference or maybe it wouldn't.
I mean, because that's what happened for you, right? You had your friend Nick who brought you in and showed you that love and that compassion and let you go through all of the ickiness on his couch, and like, good for you for giving back to somebody and multiple people, it sounds like.
Yeah, it's part of the deal. You know, I'm not the only one out here doing it. That's the cool part, right? There's thousands of sponsors out there, you know, thousands of guys just helping guys, thousands of women helping women, you know, and it's just, yeah, it's the coolest thing, you know. Let's talk about some pickleball, huh?
Yeah,
let's
do that.
Podcast?
Before we do that, though, I have a serious question for you guys. Do you think that I could work on the oil rigs?
Yes. Yeah.
In theory.
I think everyone can work on an oil rig.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, me personally.
I think that your strength would limit you, right? Because you're picking up 100-pound slips. You're throwing 200-pound tongs.
Oh, so no. The answer is no.
I mean, like...
There's other jobs within the oil rig, you know, industry.
Like doing what you
heavy
did.
lifting and stuff.
No, God, no. You couldn't do what I did. Absolutely not. Because I don't think that you could work on the drilling rig itself. Mm-hmm. I think maybe like a truck driver delivering water.
The water girl?
Sure. Yeah. I think maybe you could be like a drill bit salesman. Sure.
Okay.
But on the actual rig, absolutely not.
Okay.
The women that worked out there, they were tough. Like I had one woman from Louisiana, and she shows up on site, man, just tough woman. And just,
well, she knows about it. She probably worked off coast.
Yeah, offshore.
Yeah.
And I mean, just a mean woman.
Yeah.
You know, just
So
like.
you have to be tough physically and mentally?
Yeah, you do, absolutely. Because you're going to get called every name in the book out there, too.
Oh.
Because there's no HR.
That's happening here.
I know. Oh, and there's the victim mentality we're talking about. I think you could. I just don't think that you could work on the actual drilling rig.
I don't think I absolutely could not. 6 weeks of just working.
Yeah, it's a different breed.
Yeah.
And, I mean, drugs were rampant up there also. You know, it's kind of like the whole crabbing business, right? People are using coke and stuff to keep through
drug
24
tested,
hours,
though.
27 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, did you ask if you're getting drug tested?
Yeah.
Hey, you've got a well to drill. Okay,
Yeah.
they're not. You're drilling.
Okay, because I could understand like crabbing. Yeah, like who cares?
Well, it's the same business up there.
Oh.
There's a
I
reason
assume
you're
it's
getting
like-
paid a lot of money to work long hours and hard fucking labor.
Yeah, crabbing's cold too.
Yeah.
I don't like that
All
shit.
of this sounds cold and miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why they pay you good.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, crabbing would be very tough. I mean, I can only imagine if I was spracked out, like trying to be on a crab boat.
Yeah. I met a lot of those guys in Kodiak, Alaska.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I drank with a bunch of them.
That's awesome.
The guys from the show?
I did get to
What's the show called?
Deadliest Catch. I did get to see one of the boats.
Such a good show.
The captain that died in so I got to take a picture with his boat. I didn't get to meet him though.
That's cool.
Yeah, but a lot of the guys were always at the bar because they parked their boats in Kodiak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay. Anyways, sorry.
different breed of
Just
people.
curious
Yeah.
if you
Oh,
guys.
I bet.
Yeah.
Pickleball.
Yeah.
How long you been playing? When did you start? What got you into it? Tell us all the stuff pickleball.
Yeah, so I started playing pickleball in 2020.
Okay.
Yeah, right as soon as kind of COVID hit, cooped up, laid off from the drilling rigs, had nothing better to do. And that's actually when I met Brian, too. Brian Peterson.
Okay. I thought you guys knew each other longer than that.
Barely.
Okay.
But so the craziest part is, so Brian's, I've known Brian's uncle, Greg, for going on probably 27 years now.
Okay.
He's my sponsor. And so Greg is just a super great dude. Like, I mean, I love him. He dated my mom for a minute, so he's always got that on me.
That's the connection that I am putting together. Okay. Okay.
So he dated my mom for a little bit. And, you know, it's so crazy because I saw Greg at his addiction, too. And it was just wild, man. Like, I'm a young kid.
So
he's a grown adult.
Dated your mom when you were young.
And him and I are fighting over a fucking cheeseburger, you know? Like, and I always bring that up. I'm like, dude, you fought with a kid over a cheeseburger. I grow up, you know? When he was getting high. But yeah, so that's how I got into pickleball. Brian was like,
but you didn't know Brian at that time. You didn't know him until pickleball?
Until I went over to Greg's one day. He's like, yeah, my nephew's here. You know, he moved in with me or whatever, living here. And so I get there and I meet Brian and I'm like, God, That's a sweet man right there. That's a sweet little baby angel. Do not let him around me, Greg.
You do have a weird love for him.
Yeah, I do love Brian.
He's easy to love.
And so, Brian kind of introduced me to pickleball. He's like, oh, dude, you'd love it. And I was like, all right, like, let's go and try it. As soon as I hit one ball, I was like, whoo, I'm buying a paddle. or I called it a racket. And he's like, no, dude, these are paddles. And I was like, same thing. I'm getting one.
That's so funny.
And so I started at the Bountiful Courts outside. Okay. Summertime, we'd play 5 hours twice a week. Because I had nothing better to do. I didn't have a kid at the time.
Right.
And I'm slowly going through, at that time, I was drinking, things that hadn't gotten bad enough, right? Like, so, play pickleball, go home, drink and sometimes play pickleball.
I've done that.
We'd have, mimosa Sundays at,
I've done that.
Certain establishments that I won't mention.
The Shed?
Nope.
Oh. I was like, that's where I had them.
Yeah, they're quite big.
Oh. Also done that there too.
Yeah. So, So started playing pickleball and just never stopped. I love pickleball. It's really fun for me because, for me, I love all my friends and I love playing with my friends. Like, it's so much fun just, razzing them, giving them shit.
Yeah, hey, the shit talking is my favorite playing with you.
It's the best. It's like, hey, way to miss that shot. Maybe get it over next time.
I always hear you in my head. It's like, make an adjustment when I miss a ball, and you're like, make an adjustment. I'm like, I did make an adjustment. It didn't work.
But no, I just there's something about it. Like, I don't take it too seriously anymore. I used to, and that's where the fun gets stripped away.
100%.
Let my anger get involved, and then I start looking at my partner, and I'm like, why don't you get that ball? Like, granted, it is my forehand, but your backhand's on. Why wouldn't you think to grab that?
I said yours like a half a second.
Yeah.
Like,
hello.
Yeah. That's the best when I hear that and partners start talking. I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a shit show. And they're definitely losing that match. Or like you'll see like the couple start fighting and you're like,
I love it.
And then you look over at your partner and you're like, we have to win this one because I want that ride to be rough for them.
Jesus. I don't think that. What I think is we're about to win this because that ride's going to be rough for them.
Oh yeah. And there are couples that I love to play with, right? Like, I love Levi and Amanda.
Yeah.
Like, those guys are the coolest.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I played with Levi a few weeks ago, man, and we came in second, and I felt bad because he's definitely way better than me.
Definitely.
And we came in. Are those 4-0 medals?
Those ones are. The ones below are 4-5.
Really? Mm-hmm. At, like, who'd you play against? Did anyone show up?
I think I played against you in some of those.
No, you didn't.
I know.
No, you didn't. But yeah, so I mean, we came in second, and I always feel bad, right? Like, if I'm the weaker link, I'm like, man,
I get that all the time.
Yeah, well, I can see somebody at this table getting that all the time. Definitely not you, and it's probably not me.
There's no one else here.
Yeah, weird. But no, like, I just felt bad. I texted him after. I was like, hey man, like, I'm sorry. Like, I mean, and I shouldn't be sorry because it's a wiffle ball game.
I've paid somebody back their entry fee when I played with them in a tournament because I played so shitty. And they were like, you don't need to do that. And I was like, I certainly do, because I didn't even show up for the fucking tournament. It wasn't you.
Well, we played in a couple of those. You should have done that, though.
You always lose your
Where's
shit.
my money?
We equally lost those games. George and I have this weird thing called
You're the one that gets all mad.
I don't get mad. I'm always very even kill.
This is it right here, dude. You just know when she's mad. She'll storm back to the thing. To the line she goes. Okay, she's gonna be pissed. We might lose this game, but
I would
whatever.
like to defend myself in that, but when I was married to husband number one, I stomped my foot during an argument.
Oh,
He's like,
yeah.
Did you just stomp your foot? And I was like, yes, and I'm going to do it again because I'm mad.
Oh, that's so good.
It was literally like,
Yeah.
Did it end the argument? Because
no,
that would have just
dick, but
It should have.
But it did for me because I started laughing because I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, pickleball, it's just a really fun sport. Like, the way that I think about it, though, I get kind of mad because I'm just like, why am I paying for this? Why am I not playing on outdoor courts? It's 90 degrees outside, and it should be beautiful.
We're too bougie, though, because then, like, you go from playing in these nice facilities that we have here, right? And you pay for them, so you want to play in it. But then you're like, then you go outside and you're like, what is this sun?
Yeah.
It's 5 degrees wind. Certainly, that's the reason my ball went out.
A 5 degree or 5 miles an hour wind. Everybody in. Everybody in.
Yeah.
It's not going to fly right. I promise you're going to hate it.
You're going to hate it.
And it's like when you first start out, you're like, oh, God, this is the coolest thing. I'm going to smash this thing so hard and it's just barely going to go up. They're not going to be able to get it. Nowadays, you're like, that's too much work.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
The sun's in my eyes. It's hot. Or it's too cold. Like, I'm sensitive.
Where's the water fountain? Across the field?
Yeah, there's no bathroom? Absolutely fucking not.
Yeah.
And now the only complaint is like, oh, you're playing with a Duralast?
Dude.
Yeah, or a Franklin 40X.
And that's the thing, right?
So I can always tell a new player. I'm like, oh, you have the Franklin? Weird.
Did that guy show up with a red ball? Hey,
get out of here.
Not on my team.
Yeah.
Get him out of here.
Why does his ball have so many big holes in it? That's obviously an indoor ball. Yeah,
I got my wood paddle.
Yeah. I actually met Brian and Whitney at Steed Park on a Sunday, and they were just there by themselves, and I was like, hey, come over here, let's play. And I think we played a game, and I can't remember who I was with, probably my dad, I would think. And then I asked them, I was like, I think I want to start like a Sunday league at the shed. Have you guys played there? And they're like, no. And I was like, oh, let me get your number. And they're like, oh, you want to, our friend George would love this. And so then I just remember, so they must have just met you, because I think that was 2020.
Yeah,
like that was the
that's
summer.
Where we met.
It was summer of 2020. And so they're like, our friend George would love that. And then that's how I met you. It's such a small world. Pickleball is brought. So it's crazy.
And when I went and played in the shed, I didn't know what I was doing, but I thought I was good. I wore high top Converse. And I was like, oh, these are going to be good for my feet. Absolutely not. I walked out of there crippled.
Well, do you remember too? So this is so funny, because this would be almost 6 years that I've known you then, which is wild. But when we played with a married couple, but you played with the wife. I don't want to say their name. Well, we'll just say their names, Brett and Desiree.
Yeah.
And you played with Desiree, and I would play with Brett, and you guys, because Brett and I didn't play as good as you and Desiree, so you guys were playing like 3-5, and we were playing 3-0. And I remember going to that tournament in Tooele. Do you remember that?
Thule?
Yeah, Thule. It was like a Christmas one. And you played with Desiree.
Oh,
I played with Brett.
Was that in Tooele?
Yeah.
I thought that was in Brigham City.
No, it was Tooele.
Yeah, same place, really.
Yeah, really. It's true. Yeah.
Pretty much.
But yeah, it's just so funny to me, because I'm like, that was almost 6 years ago. Like, that's insane. It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Time flies, I guess.
It does.
But, yeah.
I mean, pickleball is definitely, I would have to say, when I'm having a bad day and I know that I'm going to get to go play pickleball after work.
Right.
It's like,
did you play other sports growing up?
Yeah, I did. So I played a lot of baseball.
Oh, okay.
Growing up, playing competition leagues.
Same here.
Yeah, and just, I was a really...
No comp leagues where I came from. It was just straight to high school.
Oh, that's cool. That's even better then.
Well, I stopped after high school.
Yeah.
Or stopped before high school due to politics. It was just like, how much your parents make, you know?
Sure.
Who's your dad kind of a thing. So
yeah,
I played volleyball instead, and then I did 3 years of varsity.
So. Oh, that's cool. I love volleyball.
Yeah, so
beach volleyball.
Yeah, it's a little rough for me. I don't have the ups.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. Look at us. Right? I mean, but it's still fun. I
was a setter, so I didn't. Yeah,
all day.
Yeah, same here.
You know, and same with basketball, right? I mean, Brian, my buddy, like, he always wants me to come play basketball. He's 6'4", and I'm like, dude, what am I gonna do? Set picks? Like, there's no way I'm gonna get a rebound. I'm gonna get killed out there.
Yeah.
And I certainly can't shoot a ball, right?
Just be Muggsy.
I mean, dude, I shoot a ball like this, kind of. I don't know, like lofted up there.
Oh, okay.
It's not good. It's not a good look.
So like an Angel Reese kind of a toss.
Yeah, but worse than her.
Oh, okay.
Right. So. But no, like I get super jacked when I know that I'm going to get to go play pickleball. Yeah. Like on Wednesday, in the morning, I'm going to get to go play pickleball before work. I've been playing a lot with JP.
I was just going to ask,
love that dude.
Usually, yeah.
Like, I mean, JP's he's just a solid guy. Like, him and I just have so much fun together, you know.
He's fun to play with.
And he's very good.
Yeah, he is really good. He switches hands, which I still wish I could figure out. There's another girl that I was just recently playing with that does that. And I'm like, what do you do?
Yeah, how do they?
Yeah.
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 And like recently I played with Cheyenne, and
Yeah, she's good too.
Amazing.
Wait, you're probably thinking of a different Cheyenne.
Probably.
Yeah.
Which one?
You're thinking of Cheyenne Smolka, I'd imagine, right?
No.
Who are you thinking of?
Cheyenne, who is the manager
Oh,
of the
yeah.
Pickler.
Sorry, I'm using her old last name. Yes.
Oh.
You're probably thinking of Cheyenne Anderson, and she is...
Yeah. Shorter lady.
Yeah, she plays at Roy.
No.
Roy Kitchen.
No. I played...
You're probably thinking of Cheyenne.
Yeah.
At the Pickler.
I think so. Well, it wasn't at the Pickler. It was at the Pickler because she played when Amanda invited me to go play with her and Levi.
That makes sense.
Maybe.
She definitely probably played with that group.
Yeah.
That's a really solid group.
Yeah, I was thinking you were thinking of the Cheyenne that Justin Bilodeau's been playing with recently.
No,
okay. Yeah,
no,
sorry.
she was really good. Yeah, she wore a hat and
Yeah, she is good.
older lady.
Yeah.
Good old Justin. I love him.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
He's so much fun.
He is
a
an
good
awesome
one.
guy.
Yeah.
So I mean, recently I played with her, and just some of her shots were just like, if I could just have something like that, that'd be cool.
I know.
I like
What are you
to go.
talking about? You have all the shots.
No, I don't.
Well, when I play against you, it seems like you have all the shots.
You're fast.
Yeah, you are super fast.
And you hit hard.
I hit right out of bounds. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you just get out of the
Watch
way.
out for the gate. No, but I truly enjoy it. Like, it definitely helps me blow off steam.
Yeah.
And like the biggest thing for me when I play pickleball, and I'm just going to go right back to it, is, seeing everybody. Like, I love the social aspect of it. Like, even if I'm not playing well that day, I get to hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
I really don't have a lot of friends that don't play pickleball or, don't golf. I'm a really big golfer too. So I have, my men's group that I go to, supposed to every week, but, I just hatched an egg. So now we have him.
Yes. Priorities.
Yeah.
Good ones.
and that's been tough too on pickleball, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I might get out once a week, and it's just...
When you have multiple hobbies, fishing, pickleball, golf, you gotta...
You sound like my wife.
Well, I'm just like, I feel like I'm team wife right now. Well, I'm team Natalie.
Listen, I choose one or the other. Okay. But it was definitely an adjustment, like, because I used to do all of them.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what. It's like, hey, like, I've got hobbies. I gotta go.
Yeah.
And I think, like, now, since it is summertime, like, I really like fishing in the wintertime because nobody's on the river. It's just me, brutally cold, but you're catching big fish. Summertime's fun, but that's when pickleball is.
Right.
Like, I want to play. I love playing outdoors. I like getting a tan. Like, sweating outdoors. It's fun. Like, it does something to my mentality.
Yeah.
I
know. I'm actually excited to play outdoors. I actually canceled my Pickler membership. I just have a punch pass.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no wonder why we don't get any more phone calls to come play.
That's right. No more Sundays.
Yeah. I actually, I still play Sundays, but I play with the group that I get invited to, and so I don't put it together, which is what I need right now because I'm too stressed right now.
Yeah.
I don't have the mental capacity to organize anything. So if anybody wants to play with me, please invite me because I'll come, but I don't want to organize anything.
Is it the Levi Amanda group? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hopefully they invite me again.
Oh, hopefully they're listening. They might have only listened to the episode they were on, which they were on. So it was in February, we had on a bunch of different couples. So that was a fun little segment to do.
I bet it was.
Yeah, you should go back and listen. Theirs was good. Levi wasn't feeling well, so it was kind of hard to get him going because he's so chatty anyways.
He ended up actually talking quite a bit.
He actually did wind up. Yeah, it was great. It was so fun having them on. We had really good couples on, and all different dynamics. So
awesome.
I think we mentioned this on the podcast last week too, but if you didn't get a chance, you guys should go back and listen to February segment because we had on Brian and Mandy Lee, who used to own the Shed and now own the Academy, and they play at the same level but not together. And then we had Amanda and Levi on. They play at the same level and play together. Then we had on Justin Vicente and his wife, and she doesn't really play.
Yeah, I love
so then
Justin.
we kind of got to learn their dynamic, which would be interesting because his wife doesn't really play, and she kind of gave him it sounded like an ultimatum at one point.
Yeah.
Of if you don't quit playing as much, then we're not going to be married as much.
Because they got two boys, and he was doing it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had two young, and then he has his older one too.
Oh, that's true.
They have three,
that's right.
and then we had on. Oh, I can't remember who was our fourth? Oh, then we had On Dink Date, which
That's
was
right.
a great,
That's right.
would have been great. It was great conversation, but our
Yeah.
technical difficulties ruined the whole thing, so we'll have to have her back on.
Oh,
But
no.
it's a dating and partnership app.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A pickleball related dating app, but not just for dating.
I'll
for
tell you what, there's
friendships,
a
too.
lot of dating in pickleball. That's for sure.
What do you know? What do you know?
Man,
Because I'm not dating in pickleball.
I tell you what, I just
It's
feel like everybody's just
Yeah.
people just need to simmer down. It's like, hey, buddy.
Yeah. But spring is sprung.
Yeah, I'll tell you that.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, we'll have to talk off air. I need to know the things that you know. You know I like to know this stuff. Yeah. So one thing I did want to ask, though, was what is, like, so when you're having a bad day now, so you've been sober for 2 years and you've got all these changes that have happened, right? I know your family recently experienced loss. You had, you hatched an egg. What are you utilizing pickleball and fishing? And you briefly mentioned a men's group that are you utilizing those things as tools to help you stay sober, or what typically works for you in those stressful times?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, at home right now, it's very stressful. My wife's going through grief and postpartum. And so it's really hard to tell the difference. I don't know if you know, her dad died at the same hospital that she gave birth to a day before she was in labor. When he died, it was just a crazy situation. He had a aorta dissection in his heart. And just, he called her, hey, I'm in pain. I'm up at Snow Basin. And just...
He was skiing?
Yeah, he got done skiing and just, something was off.
Yeah.
And called her and she's like, well, hey, I'm getting ready to, try to have, George. Can you call, mom? And they're not together, but, they're still copacetic with each other. And, yeah, man, it was the craziest thing, because he was supposed to go to McCady and he ended up going to Ogden Regional, and we got the call like, hey, this is Ogden Regional ER Dr. Boss. I'll never forget that name. Super nice guy, just super compassionate, very professional, kind of just let us know, and I knew, we thought it was just a back spasm or something, weird. Mm-hmm. And as soon as, they say, certain words like, hey, I don't want to do this over the phone. I just knew. I knew my wife was going to go.
You guys were already at the hospital?
She was getting dilated. She was at a 4. And, she had to make it to a 10. And so things were moving along. And Artie's super emotional, and Artie had the epidural. Things were moving that way.
Yeah.
And, as soon as he said those words, I just, wanted to just grab my wife, because I knew, oh shit, I've been here before. Mm-hmm. This is what's going to happen.
Right.
And
not even a year before.
Yeah. And there's nothing that, you could tell him, hey, this is going to hurt. Mm-hmm. So I told my wife, and it was just, I'd never seen my wife so broken, and there's nothing that I can do about it besides, grab her, hold her, and in just the most fucked up situation. Mm-hmm. They wheel her down, while she's getting dilated to go see her dad. And
so heartbreaking.
He's laying there, and it's just, it's the worst outcome possible, because I love that man. I loved him. He was a dad to me. When I didn't have what I needed, I got it from him. And so when he died, it was just redoing it all over. 2 dads, 1 year. And I felt so bad for my wife, and her brother. And it was a crushing moment for our family. Because he was always kind of the life of the party. Mm-hmm. He'd show up. Hey man, how's it going? 70-year-old DJ. Well, he used to DJ, right? Huh. But he would ski every day. Wow. Strong. Never thought this would happen to Wade. So yeah, I mean, we just, it's hard at our house, right? We constantly have breakdowns. I don't usually cry in front of anybody unless it's my wife. Yeah. And I used to hide in a closet when I do that, because I was just you grow up and you think I'm not, men don't cry. That's what I was raised like. But when I met my wife, it's like, oh no, you will cry because you're not going to hold that in.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Teaching you that.
Yeah, she broke me down.
Yeah.
My wife turned me, from steel to jello. And so what I do when I have bad days, or we're dealing with that, I'm a very tell-all person. You could see it on my face if I'm having a bad day. I'm not, my wife would be like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, nothing. And
well, nice try, pal.
Yeah, she's like, okay, like
whatever.
Yeah.
And then she'll
play that game.
And then, yeah.
Do you think I'm stupid?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a fucking game. And then she'll come back 30 minutes later and like try to talk with me, and I'm just really short. She's like, what is going on?
Yeah.
My wife's Italian, so it's just like, man, really just fire straight to the point.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah. And so what I do is I always play my tape through. And I try to look. So I see where, okay, I'm angry here in this situation. Fine. It's all right to be angry. It's all right to be sad. It's all right to be whatever emotion you want to be. It's not our right to accept what's going on in the situation. I always try to find where my fault is at in that situation. And it ends up being very smooth after that. Playing the tape all the way through is the biggest thing that I could say that's helped me, because that doesn't keep me stuck in that position. Like if I'm pissed off, it's not my wife's fault. It's not my son's fault. It's not my friend's fault. It's my fault. Something about the situation wasn't acceptable to me. And that's it. It's nobody else's fault.
Right.
When I need to blow off steam, pickleball is where I go. And I do feel bad for some people that are playing across court for me, because I will hit that ball really hard.
Yeah.
And, that's not cool either.
But I've seen you show up where I can see it on your face.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, you're in a much better place.
Yeah.
And I think you could probably say that you've seen the same thing, because I'm the same as you. I wear my emotions right on my face. Like you can tell if I'm happy, mad, or sad.
Yeah.
But it does. And I don't know if it's a mix of the community or getting your adrenaline going. And
for me,
the
it's the
endorphins.
community. Absolutely.
Right.
Like seeing people that I hadn't seen in a while, it gets me out of my funk. It's like, okay, life's not that bad. Like, let's, talk, and if it's getting to a point for me where it's like, this could jeopardize my sobriety. Like, this is definitely, Steven, that's a bad one.
Oh no. I've been giving him probiotics. He's been doing really good.
Oof.
Sorry about that.
Hey, that's a turd honking for the right of way. He needs to go out.
Love that. Love that for us, Stevie. He's like sound asleep.
But if I get to that point, I always call my sponsor.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing for me.
Yeah.
I need to talk with another alcoholic. Not saying pickleball isn't going to help, because it does.
But it can only help so much.
Yeah. There's one thing that will help me when I get into that point where I'm sad or depressed or, feeling like that. And that is working with another alcoholic, calling somebody. There's a saying like, you're not going to pray to God if you're hungry. You're just going to get off your ass and go to the fucking fridge.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I have to do. It's a program of action. I always have to make sure I'm on my toes, really. And I always know when those emotions start creeping in, right? Like I kind of, like sometimes I let them compound.
Right.
I listened to your last podcast and it really hit me, because it was just, sometimes that feeling of depression is comfortable. Yeah. Being miserable, being in that self-loathing area, it's familiar.
I've actually talked about that a lot this week with various people, so thank you for wording it the way that you did, because it really spoke to me, and I think other friends of mine, I feel like it speaks to them, but you don't really know to say it that way sometimes, right? So the way that you were just kind of open in that, like, I just sit in the suck because it feels good for a minute. Like, it's interesting but it's real.
Yeah. And that's scary for me. Like, I can't sit in the suck too long.
Right.
Yeah. Like, cause then, those wheels start turning. I already said it,
Right.
If I'm not in, if I'm not at ease, I'm in my disease. Like that's what it is. Like I don't have that luxury of being able to kind of hang out in those emotions.
Right.
And my wife is the number one notifier. She knows when I'm off.
Right.
Like she just immediately knows. Like, and it's, yeah, thank God.
I was just going to say, actually, I was just going to say that to have somebody that knows you so well that can then like call you on your shit, right? Yeah. And also be there to support you because she knows and loves you for who you are, regardless. And it sounds like she's been with you through the shitty times when you were addicted to alcohol, like when you were back drinking alcohol and you mentioned you were mean, like she stuck with you because she loved you through that. And
yeah, she really did. I mean, it was just, you know, to have a partner like that and to somebody that just knows me like that, like it is a blessing. And then sometimes I'm just like, God, you don't know me.
Yeah. You're not my real dad. That kind of talk.
You're not my mom.
Like just that.
Yeah. And it's just, you know, I thank God every day for my wife. Like that's, you know, I don't attribute my sobriety to my wife, but I attribute like me keeping going and giving me that strength to my wife. Like I'm doing this for myself, but sometimes it's nice to have somebody there to pat you on the ass and say, hey, come on.
Good
like,
job.
You need one more
going.
step. Keep going. Mm-hmm. Like this isn't the train stop. Like your train keeps going on this one.
Yeah.
And so that's why, you know, I couldn't be more grateful to have that woman, you know, by my side and always stuck with me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you're really lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you for sharing. Okay, and then one other thing I had was what's one thing about recovery or addiction that you wish people knew or could take back to maybe their family member or a friend at pickleball? Or, I mean, if we're going to bring it back to pickleball, I guess we got to talk about pickleball.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot, right? Like if you have a family member that's struggling with alcohol or some type, you know, of drugs, you know, the first thing is to get yourself, you know, associated with those types of groups. Like Al-Anon is a great key for that. Those are, you know, the family members that can go to these meetings and, you know,
find support.
Yeah,
I've
find
been to
support.
A couple of Al-Anon class or groups.
Yeah, and they do help.
They do.
You know, like it's like, hey, like, you know, my husband's doing this or my wife's doing this, you know, like, you know, what am I doing? So I think that's a super big blessing. What people don't know about recovery, and, you know, some people, like I get this all the time, like, oh, you're not drinking right now? It's like, I'm not drinking ever, like if I can help it,
right?
You know,
but you
like,
have to talk about it like that.
Yeah, like I let people know, like I'm sober today, right? Everybody only has 24 hours.
Right.
So, and I don't look back on the time that I have. Like that's like going back to an old bone trying to get meat off of it. What did I do today for my recovery? Because what I did yesterday is not going to keep me sober today.
Right. That's interesting.
So I wish that people knew, like, hey, like just because you get through the 12 steps, you know, of alcohol or Alcoholics Anonymous, you know, you're not done.
Yeah.
Like this work is never done. Like you have a reprieve. You have a daily reprieve from drugs and alcohol. Like your spiritual banking account is this. If that goes into the negative, what do you got? You know? Right. You're one drink away. Like, and I wish that people really took that seriously because, you know, it's so crazy. Like, I went to a men's meeting and there was a guy that I didn't like there, right? Because I thought, you know, like, man, you're just taking up the air. Like you're basically vomiting on this community because, you know, of what? Marijuana.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing that you've done? Smoked pot and sat on your couch? Ate your fridge? Sorry. You know? Yeah. But like I was telling you, Rob, like it's not about the drugs or the alcohol. Like those are the solutions. You know, the problem is within.
Yeah.
That's the problem. The drugs and alcohol, it's like taking, you know, a square ped and freaking trying to stick it into a circle.
Yeah.
You know, you're trying to fill a God-shaped hole with anything but that. And you can't. So this guy, he just rubbed me wrong, you know, and that was all on me, right? Like it wasn't his fault. That's my fault. My ego flared up. Like, oh, like I'm the bigger drug addict, you know, like I'm the bigger alcoholic. It's like
it's a competition.
Yeah, it's bullshit, right? That guy ended up killing himself a month later.
Jesus.
Yeah. And
oh my gosh,
it made me realize we're all going through it. Or it doesn't matter anymore about whether, you did meth or heroin or, you were homeless for this long. Everybody's bottom's different. And we all just have to keep putting one foot in front of the other.
Yeah.
And when it comes to what I wish people knew, it's a continuous every day. We don't have the luxury of resting on our morals. We don't. Like, if you're like me, you don't. We have to just keep going every day. Even if you don't want to do it, do it. Mm-hmm. And the people who are about to get into recovery, and if you're scared, do it scared. It's the only thing that you can do. Right? You either can go back to the life that you know and hate, or you can come to this side and check it out too. It's not going to be easy, right? I wish people it's not easy.
No, you have to be disciplined.
Yeah, it's not easy getting into recovery. It's not easy getting sober, and nobody said it would be.
Yeah.
But the cool part is, it doesn't matter why you get sober. It's why you stay. And why you stay is because you have a great life. That's the byproduct of working the 12 steps or a recovery program. It makes your life so much better. You come back to the human race, really. So, yeah, I hope that answered your question. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Apologize.
I get,
No, this is great. Yeah, this has been really good conversation. And again, I really want to thank you for coming in and being vulnerable. It's a lot of stuff that I don't quite understand, and I feel lucky that I don't. But I also feel lucky to know people like you who have those experiences, but you did stay disciplined and you did work through it, and look at you now. And I'm really happy to call you a friend, George. So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, same here.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know you as well as, obviously, because we met, about a year ago?
Yeah.
But
Sunday pickleball.
Profound amount of respect for you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, you heard my story. You know me now.
Yeah.
I didn't show you that one tattoo I have, but I will later. Don't worry about that.
I don't want to see it.
Fair enough.
I don't want to see it.
If it's an accordion, I'm good.
Hey, it's just the front and the back. No, thank you guys so much for having me on. Like doing this type of stuff, it helps my sobriety.
Yeah.
Like, it keeps me sober. Like, this is what I did today for my recovery. So,
awesome.
I guess,
part of that.
And I would love, I already have, had some people reach out to me from the pickleball community that wanted to be sponsored, and I've sponsored them, and it's been amazing.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's been incredible.
And since you listened to the podcast last week, you probably heard that Nick is wanting to try to get some sober leagues or sober open play together.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a direction that you could either point some of these people that have reached out to you into. I don't know. I know he's still kind of working out all the logistics and that of it. But he's a new player and really excited to be a part of the community. So we want to support him however we can too.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, good luck to him kind of getting that organized. I mean, talking and trying to get, alcoholics and drug addicts organized is like herding cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
it's like all the guys I play with on Sundays. I'm like, I don't know how you guys would manage if a woman wasn't there to tell you what court to be on.
Yeah.
It's so tough. It's so tough.
It's so funny. I'm like, what do you mean? Just go to a court and start hitting a ball. So funny. Yeah. Okay. Well, this was so good. Thank you. Thank you. Have you back really on. This is great conversation.
Yeah.
Thank you
guys.
Yeah. All right. We'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah. We'll see you.
Bye.